are they linked? No, they're in. Put it.
I think we're just gonna have to walk behind the commentators. I think this is fun. Yeah, this was like actually be another. Can you check?
Testing.
Oh.
Oh, the toss. Let me on. Titans in there, back.
It's comune a pesate in kitchen. Yes, yes.
Right, good morning to all our listeners this morning. Welcome to Hollywoodbets Kingsmead. This morning we've got the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies versus the Fidelity Titans ladies, all the way from Pretoria. With me this morning in commentaries, Mr. Zane Bucks. Zane, good morning. What a beautiful day out in Durban. It's an absolute stunner this morning.
Christo, thank you so much. As you say, an absolute stunner here at Hollywoodbets Stadium, Kingsmead. These two teams have met in warm-up matches prior to this, and I think they're going to know each other quite well. But now it's proper competition, and both teams going for the win.
Absolutely, and the umpires, it looks like Mohammed Juma, and yeah, they will get proceedings underway today at the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. And so wonderful to have the women's team opening up this cricket season for us at the Hollywoodbets Dolphins Stadium. Zane, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins team, coached by Angelique Tai, she has really made inroads into this team. Number of the players have also been selected for the Proteas women's team. Just your thoughts on that?
Angelique Tai, an absolute legend, absolute coaching legend, and doing fantastic work here at the Dolphins. Won a final, brought some silverware back to Hollywoodbets Stadium, Kingsmead last season, and looking to continue that.
Fantastic, and the openers for the Fidelity Titans ladies team get onto the field, and we've got Robin Searle and Ganti Jafta opening the batting for this Fidelity Titans ladies team. It all bodes well this morning. We're looking forward to some fantastic cricket. We've got a double header today at Hollywoodbets Dolphins Stadium. The ladies opening up things this morning for us, Zane, and then later on the men will be in action. So I'm sure people this morning they working, but they're not working, Zane. They're also they're also listening and watching to this cricket match, and that's obviously good that you can also work and enjoy some cricket on YouTube.
As you say, Christo, action-packed Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies against the Fidelity Titans here at Kingsmead, and then the men to follow. Great rivalry over these two teams, very successful franchises, big franchises in South African cricket. Christo, Fidelity Titans ladies winning the toss this morning and opting to bat here at Kingsmead. What do you think about that decision? Kingsmead known to move around a little bit in the morning.
Yeah, you could also look at the clear skies, Zane. That's normally an indication when there's a clear day. It's a beautiful day. A bit of a breeze blowing this morning, and so I think for them it's possibly a case of get runs on the board, Zane. You know, it's the old cliche about getting runs on the board, and then obviously scoreboard pressure later. But you cannot ask for better conditions this morning for this encounter, as Banetti will get things underway for us this morning. Starts with a bit of a wide, a bit of miscommunication there from Robin Searle, and Mohammed Juma indicates for us. Seems like there's a bit of swing early, and you spoke about that. I think the batting team, you know, if the seamers can get it in the right areas, it's going to be a very interesting morning, Bucksy.
I think it's going to be an interesting first half hour here. The Fidelity Titans ladies are going to have to be watchful. As we saw from Banetti there, just quite a bit of swing into the batter as she runs up again for that second ball. And again, just a little bit of in shape. Run out opportunity, or narrow miss at the bowler's end. Something happening from the start.
Yeah, this is exciting. Just the energy with which the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team has come out this morning, Zane. They look hungry, they look ready. T20 is all about high tempo, high energy, and so Banetti finding a fantastic length there, but Robin Searle looking busy. She wants to get some runs on the board, looking for those singles, which is good to see.
That's a good shout. Mohammed Juma turning that down. Again, Christo, we see that in swing into the batter. The Robin Searle's going to have to be watchful here. With that ball coming back into the stumps, you can't look to go too square. She's going to have to look to hit straighter.
you can just sense the energy from the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team, Zane. Just absolutely every ball you can sense the energy from them, and it seems like they've come to play. And so Robin Searle, you spoke about just the balance there. Just looks like she's overbalancing a little bit. She needs to be looking to hit a bit straighter. It's Banetti. Yeah, the first run off the bat, and that is of Robin Searle, and so she looks like she's looking for singles all the time, isn't she? Really busy player, Robin Searle, and so yeah, this is a good start for Banetti. Lots of swing on offer.
Off the mark, that's always helpful, just to settle some nerves a bit. Banetti, I think, just pushing that one a little bit wide, probably looking to bring that back into the off stump. Didn't see any swing there. When she starts with that straighter line, that ball's just shaping a little bit. She's going to have to be in good control of that line to make the most of that swing.
Right on strike is Gandhi Jafta. She'll be facing at first ball. Let's see what she can come up with this morning.
Full toss first up. Gandhi Jafta with a straight drive, and Banetti's done well to get a hand on that.
Yeah, just obviously also having been involved in the women's game before, Buxy, they tend to hit the ball a lot squarer than the men, you know, from a strength point of view. And so even if you look at the way the field is set out of picture, and you've got a point, you've got a cover point, sort of a short cover catcher, extra cover catcher, so yeah, it's very interesting.
Banetti just too straight again, and that swing taking the ball down the leg side. Umpire Mohammed Juma just calling another wide. Banetti's looking to bowl in an aggressive line, an attacking line. Yes, the ball's shaping, but definitely looking to attack those stumps. I think Coach Tai would be not happy with the wide, but should be happy with the aggression and the intent shown by Banetti.
Yeah, she's really looking to hit the stumps, Bucks, you're quite right, and that's what you want in T20 cricket, no width on offer. Good single that time, and that's Robin Searle at her best. He's always looking. Yeah, but such a good observation from you in terms of what Banetti is wanting to do. Just not wanting to give the batter any width. It's being sort of leg buys, yes, 1 or 2 wides down the leg side, but you can see what she's trying to do, really trying to hit the stumps.
Oh, that's a better line from Banetti. Starting that one on about 4th stump and just bringing that ball back into the stumps. I think that's where she wants to be as she finishes off the over.
Yeah, first over done, and the Fidelity Titans woman 5 for none after the first over. Fairly tidy start. Earlier up, Banetti would be happy with some of those deliveries, and just the Titans also bringing good intent from a running point of view.
Yeah, good start there by the Fidelity Titans ladies. I think they'd be happy with that start. 5 without loss.
Yeah, change a bowler from the Old Ford end.
Alex Candler, the vice captain. Just taking her time, making sure she gets the field right. It's Candler to Robin Searle. Robin Searle again. Christo, just a little shimmy down the wicket. Good confident drive to mid-off, but she's showing good intent to move her feet early on with the ball swinging around.
Yeah, Robin Searle just also bucks. The thing I like about her, Zane, is that she's got absolute fantastic body language and presence at the crease. She wants to put the bowlers under pressure. She slaps that behind point, and that's going to be 4. You spoke about it, Buxy. She's just not allowing the bowlers to settle on a length, and that's 4 behind point. Great shot from Robin Searle.
Once again, Robin Searle, just a little shimmy down the wicket. Just a slight trigger towards the bowler, Mr. Esau, just to upset that length, and then a strong drive, well fielded at extra cover.
Yeah, Baxi, just for those people who are watching, you know, moving down the wicket is a good thing, but I'd like to think that the head is still the key. You've got to keep your head absolutely still and set some sort of a base at contact.
Absolutely crucial, and just again there, just a little change up with the feet, but again still good use of feet. She goes across the stumps and just guides that one down to third man for one. I really like the look of Robin Searle here, Christo. She's come down the wicket, she's hit the 4 square, and then just good composure to take the 1.
Yeah, it's good to see. Normally the coaches will say after you hit a boundary, you just get a single. And so good to see that being implemented from Robin Searle. But you're quite right, look, liking the look of her. She's come up to play today.
Oh, just a little bit of nip away there. Gandhi turns square by Alex Candler, but manages to get the ball down to third man for 1.
It's good to see a bit of bounce there, Baxi, from Alex Candler. Good to see tall young lady. Also very handy with the bat. She likes to give it a good bunt. We look forward to seeing her bat a little bit later for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team as she runs in.
Robin Searle down the wicket once again and just working that ball down to third man for 1. These Fidelity Titans ladies showing a really good rotation of strike here early on in the power play.
Yeah, good rotation from them. The Fidelity Titans women, 12 for none after 2. They off to a good start, Bucks.
Really good start. I think they'd be happy with that. 12 without loss. Robin Searle looking really good, and Jafta just not a lot of the strike, but sort of biding her time. And it's always good to spend that time early on down at the non-strikers end. Get yourself in, and then I'm sure she's setting a platform to launch later on.
Yeah, it seems like it's clear role definition in this opening partnership. Searle being the aggressor, or the one showing a little bit more intent, where, yeah, Gandhi Jafta just rotating, and that's obviously they've spoken about that. The coaching team has made it clear as to who needs to do what in this power play.
Very interesting change here with Jade De Figueiredo, left arm spinner, coming into the attack now. We saw a bit of swing in those first couple of overs, and then they've gone to spin. Interesting decision.
Yeah, really early the spin has come, being at the coast. But Buxy, you and me will know that you know, Hollywoodbets Dolphins Kingsmead they've gone spin. I mean, the men's team in 4-day cricket have also employed spin as a strategy, and it seemed to have worked. But yeah, it's always good to bring spin on. It slows everything down. It forces the batters to create the pace, and yeah, really good start.
Oh, that's a risky run early on, but no harm done.
In fact, Baxi, I've just noticed, I think the other umpire is Dennis Smith, if I've got my facts correct. So Smith and Juma taking charge of proceedings today in this women's game. But yeah, spin is it's always a tricky one, Baxi. You know, whether you're at schoolboy level, at international level, at provincial level, the concept of spin continues to, I think, boggle all our minds as to the plans from batters, is what they want to do.
As we spoke about earlier, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies and the Fidelity Titans ladies played each other in a couple of warm-up games. Low-scoring games, but I'm sure competitive nonetheless. As we see De Figueiredo, a lovely little sweep shot there by Jafta. It's down to deep square leg, and that's good fielding down there on the boundary. It's just one run, but Gandhi showing her intentions from the start to sweep that spin. Just to get back to what I was saying, these teams have played against each other. These players would know each other, and bringing on that left arm spin early on could be one of the matchups that the Dolphins are banking on.
Yeah, and especially it looks like Robin Searle enjoys pace onto the bat, so they would have strategized, the coaches. Angelique Tai would have seen that and would have coached. Also, Robin Searle at some high performance camps and in the emerging squads. And definitely would have identified that as a matchup. Jade, excellent drift there, Buxy, and a bit of turn, so that's a fantastic over from Jade.
Lovely over by Jade de Figueiredo, really pulling that back for the Dolphins. The Fidelity Titans lady is going at 6 and over for the first couple of overs. Jade de Figueiredo with that over has just brought that run rate down, and I think the Dolphins will be happy with the positions they're in now.
Yeah, that over really would have given them that sort of feeling, Buxy, that spin is definitely the way to go. So a fantastic over though from Jade, and yeah. 3 overs in, and the score's 14 without loss. Fidelity Titans woman.
Another.
No.
And another change in the bowling attack for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. Benetti back on this time at the Old Fort Road end. As she comes into Searle, or to Jafta, sorry. Jafta pulls that away through the mid-wicket area, and that's 4, the second boundary of the innings.
She's onto that so quickly, Buxy, just not even back of a length, just short player, square of the wicket, a fantastic shot from Gandhi Jafta.
Just picked up the length on that really quickly, Christo, and just latched on. Change of ends for Benetti here. Why do you think that is the case?
Buxy, interesting call from the skipper. It just seems to me like she's lost that shape from the Ngeni end. It was beautiful in swing, and it can be challenging to face the in swinger in terms of balance and making sure you get the alignment right. But it doesn't seem like there's much happening in this from the Old Fort Road end for her. So very interesting. Maybe the wide aspect could have played a role. I'd like to think maybe perhaps that, but I would have wanted her to have another over from the Ngeni end, just to settle into a spell. I think that's the big thing.
She's gone back of a length again, and Jafta's just worked that down to find leg. Some good fielding on the boundary to keep that to 1.
Got to say the Fidelity Titans women's team, ladies team, Buxy, just the intent of running. You can see that intensity that they bring into this game, and so it's so crucial, the running between the wickets, running the first one hard. For any young person or someone watching this cricket and playing cricket, run the first one hard. Yeah, Buxy, just to your question earlier on about Benetti, so we've now seen 4 balls in this over. It's really dead straight at the moment, where I think we discussed earlier on from the Ngeni, and there was some swing, and the batters were a little bit uncomfortable with the ball swinging into them. But I think they can just stand and deliver, really.
Little shimmy down the wicket again by Searle, trying to clip that one through mid-wicket. Gets through, scampers through for the 1. I think again she's got to look to go a little bit straighter there. Ball's not swinging, but still present the full face on the bat on that and hit that down the ground. As you said though, Christo, just no shape anymore for Benetti. She's really going to have to be nailing her lengths and lines here to make sure that she's putting pressure on the Titans batsman now without the swing. She runs into Jafta. That one's a little bit too straight. Fine tickle. Oh, it's hit the pad. A little bit too straight, hit the pad. 4 leg byes to end the over. Good over for the Titans, 20 without loss.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 overs in, and the Titans 20 for none. They'll be happy with that. Just the last ball of the over, Buxy. Just don't want to be erring and giving away a boundary, and unfortunately that leg bye is hurting Benetti. and Titans will be happy with that.
Yeah, I think you've just got to try and close out the over there, Christo. She's gone in, she's looked for that Yorker on that last ball, and unfortunately she's got it wrong and paid the price. 24 without loss. Titans back up to 6 runs and over as we see Jade De Figueiredo in for a second over.
See the change in the field, Buxy. Long on has gone back, encouraging the batters to hit against the turn and perhaps get a leading edge to that short extra cover that is set. But been very impressed with Jade, and in terms of just being able to give the ball flight and really giving it air, which is good to see from the young spinner.
Maybe a little bit too much air on that occasion, and Jafta just helps that one down the leg side. Some Mohammed Juma signaling 4. Really good touch on that from Jafta. Her second boundary of the innings.
Yeah, Jafta shorter in stature, Buxy, in comparison to Robin Searle, and so she's always going to be looking for that sweep shot. Short ball off the back foot cut, but the sweep's definitely an option for her. She's shown. She was shown early on when the ball was short of Candler. She rocked back onto that pull shot, now sweeping, and yeah, she loves to hit the ball square the wicket. Maybe something for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies to think about for the captain.
She's gone on the sweep again, and that's bold. De Figueiredo gets straight through. Breakthrough for the Dolphins.
Fantastic strike from Jade De Figueiredo, and she'd be very happy with that. The first over, she was on point, and there, Ganda Jafti just going across the line, playing that sweep shot, but just misjudging it, and that's the end of her. She goes for 11 runs of 10 balls. Fidelity Titans women 29 for 1. The new batter in, Chanel Fenter, Buxy.
Chanel Fenter, young cricketer. One of the Fidelity Titans ladies. Very similar to Robin Searle in terms of her style of play. Cricketer that's trying to take the game forward from the get-go. Really interested to see how she goes here, batting with the more experienced Robin Searle.
Yeah, she's come on and spin is on immediately. So let's see how she will deal with the Jade. De Figueiredo has been excellent. You know, 1 for 7 of 1.4 overs. She's definitely a go-to for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team. That's why I think they brought her on very early in this power play.
Oh, good start by De Figueiredo. Chanel Fenter just in defense. It's one of the first defensive shots we've seen all innings here, Christoph.
It's been all attack from the Fidelity Titans woman, and there we see it's amazing what spin does. It just creates a bit of doubt in your head, but spin is going stump to stump here.
Just a little bit of a mix-up there with the calling between the two batters. The young Chanel Fenter looking to get off strike, and the senior partner Robin Searle just sending her back.
So I see that twofold. You know, the last ball of the over wanting to steal strike, Buxy, and Robin Searle is having none of that, saying, "Stay there, young one. Stay there, Chanel."
29 for 1 after 5 overs. I think the Titans would be happy with this, with the start so far in the power play, Christo. 1 over to go. What do you think their benchmark would have been in the power play?
Yeah, Buxy, after 6, they probably would have said to themselves, if they can be anywhere between 36 and 42 to 50, they would have been happy. But I think being 1 wicket down is obviously always a positive, I'd like to think, in the women's game. and then from there you can set a platform and then get a few more runs with those wickets in hand.
Candler to Robin Searle. Robin Searle just again, just 2-step down the wicket. Candler brings that length back and Searle onto the cuts that behind point for 4.
Just a question on that. We've seen 2 balls, Buxy, go behind square, behind point. Possibly something for the captain to think about with Robin Searle getting point. I mean, point is dead on point, square on. Get point a little bit behind, move the field a little bit more round, and just forcing almost Robin Searle to hit a little bit straight. At the moment, point is not in the right place. Just by where those 2 boundaries have gone, just 2 steps to the left, that should stop that boundary.
The footwork by Robin Searle, I think, is what's putting off the bowlers. The moment she shimmies down, the bowler's then forced to bring that length back a bit, which takes the ball away from the stumps. If they're not going to bring the length back, they just go slightly wider, which creates the angle for Robin Searle to hit that behind the point. So I think the Dolphins bowlers are going to have to be really clear on how they approach Robin Searle here when she does come down the wicket. As she shimmies down again and again, just drops that down into that position behind point for 1.
Got to say, Buxy, you and me, we coach a lot of boys cricket as well, but the thing that has struck me this morning with Robin Searle is just the awareness of when to take the single. She's off straight away, soft hands, and she goes, and I must be honest, really encouraging to see this level of cricket, this standard of cricket, the awareness of taking singles.
Yeah, really loving to see that positivity and aggression, intent that she's bringing to the game. As Candler goes into Fenter, who also looks to just drop that ball down behind point, but unfortunately just finds the point. But yeah, I've really loved Robin Searle's intent, the way she's used her feet, the way she's run between the wickets. You just look at her now, just out of shot at the non-striker's end, moving around, talking to Fenter, just really loving her body language and the way she's looking to move the game forward.
Buxy, just a thought, you know, you talk about the power of the all-rounder in the game of cricket. Really good to see Alexandra Candler, tall, running in. Seems like she's got so much potential. Obviously, we'll see the batting later, but how valuable are these all-rounders in the modern game? You know, you think of people like Andre Russell. In the women's game, you've got Marazan Kapp, who plays at the Proteas. Just how valuable are these ladies cricketers, the all-rounders in particular?
Chanel Fenter just tries to pop that one over mid-off, thick outside edge, down to third man, and she gets off strike. Just to get to your question there, Christo, extremely valuable. It's like having 2 players in your team, and I think the most important thing is the quality of the all-rounder. If they can add quality both with the bat and the ball, that then takes your team to that other level. It allows for different things in terms of selection. You might then be able to play the extra batter or the extra spinner because that one player is filling those 2 dual roles at a quality level. So Alex Candler, definitely one of those players, and Angelique Tai and the rest of the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies coaching staff would be absolutely loving her, having her in the team. The way Candler's going, you never know, Christo, she might be with the international team, with the Proteas ladies very soon, so they've got to hold on to her and make the most of her as best as they can for now.
Fantastic. Thanks, Buxy. Thanks for your thoughts on that. Just so valuable to have those all-rounders in your team. There's a change at the Mgeni end. Buxy, you want to talk us through this? Looks like more spin.
Sisanda Ngubane, and yes, more spin into the attack. It seems to be Chanel Fenter just backs away into the leg side and cuts that. No runs, and good fielding in the covers again by Candler.
She just looks a good athlete. I mean, just bowling, batting, fielding. She's in the game, Alex Candler. Ngubane bowls.
A little bit slower through the air that time. Fenter again just looking to get that square and finding the point fielder. Christo, to answer your question just about the spin, it looks like the Dolphins are favouring spin here at the Mgeni, and there must be something in the wicket. They obviously know the home conditions really well.
Yeah, definitely. If you look also to the leg side out of screen, Buxy, that's the bigger boundary, and they're wanting them to hit to the big boundary. So, but yeah, quite right. Strategic from them, Gainey end with a spin.
Gubane nice and straight this time. Chanel Fenter trying to force that one down the ground. Fenter just looking a little bit under pressure, looking a little bit uneasy and unsettled at the moment. As she cuts that away and takes off immediately. Oh, that's a good single. That's a good run by Chanel Fenter. I think desperately needed that. She's looking a little bit unsettled,
Yeah.
looking to get the senior partner in Robin Searle on strike.
Yeah, Buxy just coming back to that power play, 35 for 1. I think Fidelity Titans women would have been happy with that start. It's a steady start for them. And this over has been filled with dots from Ngobane.
Nice little touch by Robin Searle on that occasion. She's shown some good aggression. She's hit the ball hard. She's cut the ball well. And then just a little bit of a deft touch just behind point to steal the strike.
She's pulled out all the stops today, Buxy, as Robin Searle, and just such composure. You can see the experience of Robin Searle. You can see she knows what she needs to do. And also batting with a younger player. She's taking ownership of the innings. Last ball of the over, taking the strike. Very good to see.
I think you mentioned such a good point there, Christo. Just how that senior player who seems to be in good form, seems to be playing an A game at the moment, can then help the junior player that's new to the crease and just feeling a little bit unsettled at the start. So Robin Searle with obviously a batting role to play for the Fidelity Titans ladies, but just in terms of that leadership, if she can lead Chanel Fenter through this difficult patch, hopefully Fenter comes good as well, which leaves the Titans in a good position come the end of the innings.
Absolutely. You can see the mentorship in the middle there. Continuous conversation, continuous chat from Robin Searle to Chanel Fenter. A change at the old forward end. More spin.
Double spin and Robin Searle just on the sweep first up. Doesn't look like there's any turn there. First up from Shangas. Seems to be a good wicket.
Yeah, wicket looks good. You can see the texture of it, the color. It looks a belter. Another single to short, fine leg as they scamper through. Just the running of the Fidelity Titans women have been a real... it's been really awesome to watch them. I also want to mention the fielding of the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. You can see the work being done by Angelique Tai. As another sweep shot is played, but this time just a dot. You can just see the work, Buxy, that's being done from a fielding point of view. It's good to see the intensity and the standard of the women's game now. You know, obviously they contracted now to the national team. There's emerging squads and there's a whole pipeline for the women's game, and that's good to see the development of the game. Many young ladies and women have this opportunity now to turn professional. And just hats off to Cricket South Africa and the powers that be for bringing that equality into the game of cricket.
Yeah, most definitely, Christo. And on the fielding perspective, I think it's been a big drive from Cricket South Africa, right from the top, from the Pro tiers, to really improve the level of fielding in South Africa. Cricket South Africa wanting to blaze a trail in that space and wanting South Africans to get back to where I think we used to be as probably the best international fielding team. You think about the likes of Jonty Rhodes and Herschel Gibbs in the men's game, the Abby de Villiers. Who's that lady in South African cricket that will hold a title like that? And I think, yeah, there's been a really big push. The Angelique Tai and her coaching staff have obviously worked quite hard on the improvements in the field with the Dolphins ladies, and it's really good to see as that over ends off. The Titans 40 for 1 in 8 overs. Well placed.
Yeah, well placed after 8, 40 for 1. Also good to see the support. Some young girls have come and boys have come to support this encounter at the Hollywoodbets Dolphins Kingsmead. Awesome to see the support. The school kids are coming. Obviously want to spread the game of cricket and spread the love, Buxy.
Lots of young ladies on the grass embankment below the east stands there, Christo, which is so good. As young kids, with us coming to Hollywoodbets Stadium, Kingsmead, and watching the professional men, that's where dreams were sort of created, and you saw yourself in positions like that. And these young girls and these young kids that are on that grass embankment right now, watching this fantastic game of cricket, those dreams will be created on that bank right now.
Absolutely, and what is wonderful, Buxy, is that the players that will go on to play for South Africa in the women's game uh, would come from similar backgrounds, and that's always so crucial, that your dream can become a reality because you can see people playing on the field that comes from the same background as you, and that will inspire these young girls that have come to support this morning as Ngobane bowls.
Chanel Fenter's drilled that one into the mid-wicket area. A little bit of a knock on there, and 1 run. Chanel Fenter gets to the non-striker's end. Ngubane to Searle, who comes down the wicket, drills that down to the mid-off area, and good fielding at mid-off. That's another dot ball. Ngubane has been solid.
Yeah, Ngobane is solid. I mean, she's really sort of like bowled a lot of dots. And there once again, and this will lead to a bit of pressure. It'll be really interesting to see how Robin Searle, the experienced Robin Searle, handles this. But Sasanda Ngobane, 0.4, I mean 1.4, 0 for 4. It's incredible bowling.
Searle comes down the wicket and tries to force that one too long on. Again, another dot ball. Just very interesting here, Christo, is that the Dolphins have only got 3 fielders out on the boundary to the attacking Searle. So definitely trying to squeeze things, trying to keep that rate down. I think they're doing that pretty well. 42 for 1 after 9 overs. The Hollywoodbets probably in the better of the positions right now.
You can see Angelique Tyres and her coaching staff have done their work, their homework, Buxy. Up country, the ball comes on at Centurion Park. There'll be lots of pace coming onto the ball. Even when you're facing spin, the ball would come on. But at Hollywoodbets, Dolphins, Kingsmead, ball just sitting in the wicket, slowing up, and spin is the order of the day as Chanel Fenter hits that down the ground to long on. And it's only 1, so well fielded on the boundary. I think it's Banetti at long on doing some fantastic work, and the fielding of the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team has been a standout today.
As Robin Searle comes down the wicket to Shangase, and this time manages to find the space. Knocks that down to long on for 1.
Yeah, I have to say in the last 2-3 overs, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team have been able to bring that rate down, Buxy, and that, the Fidelity Titans women would want to up that rate as Fenter goes downtown. But Banetti throwing everything at that in terms of wanting to get there. And that is what pressure does, Buxy. It's a risk. The fielder is back, and I want to say hats off to Ndomiso Shangase for just throwing it up there, enticing the batter, and just at the last moment, Banetti not being able to, completely almost missing it. I think just not balanced enough in terms of wanting to take that catch. Fenter hits that into the covers.
Again, just the 3 fielders out, Christo. We've got deep square leg, cow corner, and long on. Chanel Fenter seeing a gap here, wanting to use her feet, come down, hit that ball over the top. As she goes again, that ball over the top. Oh, she's found no man's land that time and manages to get off strike.
Just open spaces there, Buxy. But you can see the pressure from Shangase. She's happy to land it on a ticky and saying to the batter, you hit me off my length, and very brave from her. I'm enjoying this bowling from her.
As Searle comes down the wicket once again, Shangase just bringing her length back that time, and Searle into a sort of makeshift sweep, but finds mid-wicket. The end of the over, 49 for 1 after 10 overs. What's your thoughts on that first 10 overs, Christo?
Yeah, my thoughts, Buxy, a really good start. the first 3 overs when the seamers were on. I have to say that at the halfway mark, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team have been able to bring that rate down, and that's been the key. It shows that spin is going to be crucial in this encounter this morning. They've been on point, the spinners. For the first time, that last ball of that over, I saw frustration from Robin Searle, which we haven't seen in the 9.5 overs that was bowled, and the 10th, 9.6 last ball, could see the frustration from her, and yeah, it could be a sign that the Dolphins are starting to peg them back.
As Ngubane goes into Chanel Fento, slaps that down the ground. Some excellent fielding by Banetti. Seems to be really good on the boundary. Gets to the ball quickly. He's got a really good arm, and as we saw in that last over, prepared to throw a body around.
She's strategically placed it long on. You want the quick fielders with the strong arms on the boundary. And once again, only 3 fielders out for...
So comes down the wicket there once again. Good fielding again by Banetti at that long on area. As you said, Christo, that double spin has really come down and brought that rate right down. As we see Fenter just trying to hit that into the leg side, rotate some strike here. Gubane, another dot ball, currently 0 for 6 in 2.3 overs. Fenter giving herself room to the leg side and pops that over the extra cover fielder towards the short boundary for 4. Brilliant cricket shot, Chanel Fenter.
Fantastic cricket shot from Chanel Fenter, Buxy. Improvising, giving herself room, hitting the off spinner over extra cover, over cover. A fantastic cricket shot to the short boundary. So moving around the crease a lot and not allowing Ngubane to settle.
As Fenter then rocks back and cuts that one. Good fielding by Kiara Fisher at point. Diving stop. Certainly saved 4.
No doubt, fantastic stop there by Kiara Fisher. That is what you want from a backward point fielder. Dive stop, excellent work.
Searle down the wicket once again. Scampled single to mid-off. Direct hit surely would have been out.
Buxy, I've got to mention again the fielding of the Hollywoodbets women's team have really been excellent. Just there you can see, set early, pick up the ball, quick release, and
as we just watched that replay, Chanel Fenter just going inside out there, cutting that ball over Alex Candler for 4. 9 overs to go. 57 for 1. Not an awful amount of runs on the board, but just the 1 wicket down. Where to from here for the Titans? How would they be looking to play the final end of this innings, and what do you think that target is?
yeah, Buxy, I think for me, they've got to get themselves to at least 120. They've got to work really hard. One of these batters have got to get in and go deep. I'd like to think it's Robin Searle. I think 120 will be a good score on this wicket.
Yeah, the wicket looks good, and I think you're looking at 120 minimum here, something to bowl at on a good wicket. As we see a change in bowling, Kiara Fisher on from the Old Fort Road end. Robin Searle from the start down the wicket. Oh, and a bit of a misfield at long off, and that's 4 runs. Kiara Fisher not happy.
Fisher not happy. That's probably the first mishap in the field from the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. And just the pressure from Robin Searle. She's the first ball from Fisher. She's up the wicket, Bucks, down the wicket, and she's onto it. So the intent is clear.
Again, just a little shimmy down. Diving stop by Kiara Fisher. Showing everyone how it's done. That's fielding off your own bowling. How important is that, Christo, for the spinner to be able to field off their own bowling?
So crucial, Bucks. It's massive in terms of being able to stop those ones that get hit back at you. Fisher, Searle down the wicket to long off. It's fielded nicely. 62 for 1 after 11.3. The Fidelity Titans women, they've got a fantastic platform here, Buxy. Two batters who are in, Searle and Fenter. Partnership is 33 so far. They'll be looking to build on this partnership.
As Spencer drills that one back to Kiara Fresher, who again does some incredible fielding off her own bowling. I think we're seeing quite clearly here that Robin Searle's prepared to come down the wicket, hit the fielders on the boundary, and Chanel Fenter is now the one that's looking to take the game forward. As she comes down the wicket, hoiks that one out to cow corner. Brilliant fielding down on that cow corner boundary by Alex Candler. That looks like the clear plan though, Christo, for Chanel Fenter, the youngster, the exuberance of youth, just now taking the game forward, whilst Robin Searle, still with good intent, looks to bat through the innings and takes the innings deep.
Absolutely spot on, Buxy. Searle again. What awesome fielding that time at an extra cover position. Brilliant stop that time. Nicole de Klerk, brilliant fielding. It's of such high standard, and at the end of the 12th over, the Fidelity Titans women's team 64 for 1. Buxy, this is a fantastic platform. I think the Titans can start to up the ante. You can see, as you mentioned, Chanel Fenter doing most of the aggressive batting, and Searle just continuing to rotate.
Robin Searle 28 of 38 and Chanel Fenter 17 of 23. Chanel started off really slowly but has really upped the ante, as we see in Gubane to finish off. Robin Searle just again just playing that role, isn't she, Christo? Just comes down the wicket, knocks that for 1, gets the youngster on strike.
Just seems like such a campaigner, experienced campaigners, Robin Searle. Not flustered, calm, just getting on with the job, rotating the strike. Brilliant to watch.
Fenter on the cut, gets a thick outside edge, and that runs away for 2. But it's the intent, Christo, by Fenter. She's got the short boundary to work with outside her off stump. The field is up. There's sort of a long off, there's long on, there's cow and deep square. There's a vacant area open there on that boundary. If she gets it through between point and cover, she's got a boundary all day long. She backs away again, and there we go, splits the field. Brilliant cut shot for 4. Excellent from Chanel Fenter.
What a brilliant cricket shot off the back foot, Buxy. It's a little bit unorthodox, but the execution is magnificent. Balanced at the point of contact. Up-country hands working through the ball. And yeah, she looks a really good player. She's got an array of strokes. And the fact that she's young bodes well for her province and her franchise. Inside edge. Great stop there. Again, the fielding, the standards have been excellent. And it's Jade that time. Also being prepared to put her body on the line for the team. Look at that shot again. Brilliant. Backed away. Just allowing the ball to hit the bat and the hands through the ball, and a fantastic shot from Chanel Fenter.
Searle once again down the wicket, looking to hit that to long on to get off strike. And Gubane, for the first time in her last over here, Christo, being put under pressure. Started the over 0 for 12. She's now gone for 8 this over. She's got to close off.
She's got to close up well. She's got long off, long on back as well as Carl. So, I mean, she should really be, again, slog sweep that time from Robin Searle and finds the deep mid-wicket fielder. So I was coming back into Ngobane. She should really be bowling the fuller length so that the batter can hit long off, long on. But just if you shorter, they get under the ball, and that allows them to score boundary. At the end of the 13th over, Buxy, 73 for 1. At what point do they start putting the foot down on the pedal? It still looks good, but we kind of have to. 44-run partnership. Someone's got to decide, okay, I've got to go.
I think we'll see it now, Christo, from Chanel Fenter. We've seen that intent. We've seen her get a couple of boundaries away. Just looking at her body language now at the crease, she looks a lot more settled, a lot better. And I think we'll see Chanel Fenter now taking that game forward.
Yeah, Kiara Fisher comes from the Old Fort end.
And a misfield. Down at long on. The second one of Kiara Fisher's bowling. Fisher's not a happy camper right now. As we see that effort. Oh, just a little bit of a bobble just before the fielder. And that's through the legs. As they say, Christo, Shibobo.
Shibobo, Buxy. And the first ball of the over, that will hurt Kiara Fisher.
Searle down the wicket again and just doing exactly what she's been doing all innings. Drills that to long off for one, gets off strike.
The impressive thing today from the ladies cricket, Buxy, has been the use of the feet. That has been excellent, and it's good to see the ladies using their feet against the spin. Stumping opportunity. Oh, edge! What a fantastic catch that time by the keeper of the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team, Kwanga Penini. It's an awesome take, Buxy.
Brilliant take by Penini. Fencer coming down the wicket again, quite a thick outside edge. Penini getting a hand to it, just managing to pop that up for the follow through. Takes an excellent catch. As we see the replay, Fisher goes wide across Fenter, who tries to hoik it to the leg side, and Panini just doing some brilliant work behind the stumps. That's a breakthrough that the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies would desperately have needed, Christo.
Yeah, absolutely. It's come at a good time for them, indeed, and so it's always good to have a new batter at the crease. Marks, at least Mari Marks, has come to the crease as we look at this dismissal. Fisher, Panini gets another grab at it and takes it, but fantastic presence of mind to be able to half stop it and grab it again. Excellent catch from the keeper.
As Marks takes guard, I just want to appreciate that innings by the young Chanel Fenter. 24 of 27, started off just quite shaky, but ended off so very well and has left the crease with momentum in the Titans' favor.
Absolutely, such a good innings from her. Fisher to Marks, and Marks is off straight away. Down to long on. And they go through for a single. But Robin Searle holds the key, 35 or 43. And really, the Titans coaching staff will be relying on her to get through this innings and post a formidable score. Searle down the wicket, hits it to long off, and fielded that time around.
Kiara Fisher here is going to need to end this over well. The 7 runs from it and the wicket. Marks we saw just from the first ball again, just the footwork. Christo just coming down the wicket. As Fisher into Marks to finish off. Was happy to just drop that ball in the ring and runs the one. The Dolphins fielders that time just a little bit deeper in the ring, just allowing Marks to drop that. And to get to the other side for the end of that over. 81 for 2 after 14 overs. The Titans well placed.
Yeah, Titans well placed. 14 overs, 81 for 2. Looks like Jade is back into the attack for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins team. A key moment, Buxy. With 14 overs to go, they bring the big player in Jade. They bring her back into the attack. 2 overs, 1 for 7. Fantastic figures.
Fantastic first spell. I think she bowled at a different time in the game there where the Titans were looking to just build a foundation and they were maybe a little bit more defensive. Now momentum is with the Titans batters right now. It'll be interesting to see how the big player, how the experience of Jade de Figueiredo guides the Dolphins through this momentum period for the Fidelity Titans ladies. Marks just works that one fine. No 45 in place, so manages to scamper back for the second.
Excellent work. Even the new batters coming in, they're coming with the same intensity. And I think we've got to credit the Fidelity Titans women's team management. There's a great emphasis on footwork, Buxy against spin, and the running has been exceptional today.
As Marks just works that one once again into the leg side towards the long boundary, and again that's 2. Just to your point there, Christo, absolutely fantastic running all through the innings from the Fidelity Titans ladies, and we're just seeing that again. Lots of hard work done on that in the off season for sure.
Yeah, 4 out at this stage of the innings. Jade bowls. And again, they've got such a presence of mind, Buxy, to not allow the bowlers to bowl dots. Just they're happy to, they get stuck in, they get the ones, and the ball just keeps ticking, and that's excellent to see.
De Figueiredo wider of the crease that time. Full toss, getting away with that. Robin Searle looking to hit that down the ground. Just a little bit better awareness there. She could have probably just hit that square through the offside towards a short boundary for 4. So maybe missed out there. But 1 nonetheless as De Figueiredo runs into Marks. Slower this time through the air. Marks finds that space wide of long on. Good fielding by Benetti on the boundary. And the backup from her teammate keeping that just to 2.
I have to say the athleticism of Benetti that time, just absolute commitment from Benetti. And again, this game is closely contested. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins women putting their bodies on the line, trying to save every run, Buxy. And we know in T20 cricket, every run counts.
Marks looking to work that into the leg side again. Run out opportunity. Again, we see the intent from the Fidelity Titans ladies.
Absolute intent. 15 overs done, Buxy. 89 for 2. It's got to now start, I suppose, against Searle doing a good job, but is it going to be Elise Murray Marks that takes that mantle and says, I've got to go, I've got to put my foot on the paddle and get stuck in and hit a few boundaries at the end? Or will it be a runner ball stuff? Good running. Can go either way.
Robin Searle will probably continue on for the next couple of overs, just feeding Marks the strike as much as possible. Elise Murray Marks is looking brilliant. She's come out with good intent, good positive energy, and seems to be striking the ball quite cleanly. So I think she'll look to take the game on. As we see a change of bowler at this end. Fisher out of the attack. A little bit unlucky with a couple of fielding errors.
Yeah.
But Shangasi on. She's also had a good first spell. Interesting again to see how she tries to bring that run rate down with the Titans going so well.
Yeah, I see that sort of mid-wicket gone straighter out of screen for Shangase. Again, such brilliant rotation from Elise Murray Marks. Titans, when they come out, they confident, Buxy. They get on with the job. No one gets bogged down. There's fantastic rotation of strike, and so just so good to see from the ladies team of the Fidelity Titans.
Searle once again is coming down the leg, coming down the wicket. Hitting that straight to Courtney Gounder at mid-wicket. Down the wicket. Excellent fielding by Shangasi off her own bowling. Run out. Juma with the finger up. And that's brilliant bowling and fielding by Shangasi. Brilliant stop off her own bowling with the throw, direct hit. And that sees the experience and set better in Robin Searle making her way back.
Excellent work, Buxy. You spoke earlier on about it. Searle down the wicket. Brilliant stop from Shangase. And reacts straight away. And Searle, as much as she's been fantastic that time around, just not being on watch and run out. Big wicket for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team.
Robin Searle, 38 of 47 as she makes her way off. I just want to appreciate that innings. That's a fantastic innings to set up a really good foundation here for the Fidelity Titans, ladies.
Robin Searle, what a cricketer, Buxy. I was very impressed with how she went about constructing that innings. Calm head, collected. It's just good to see the stroke play, the awareness from Robin Searle. And yeah, we look forward to seeing more of her in the future in the women's game. A brilliant innings from her.
And immediately off the strike, well, off the mark, knocking that one behind deep square for one.
Teboho Macheke is the new batter, Buxy. And so straight away onto the sweep. Again, the shorter players going with a square option. Crucial time in this game.
And marks down the wicket and hitting that nice and cleanly to long on. Oh, she's a beautiful ball striker, isn't she?
Such presence at the crease, Buxy. She just gets on with it, and everything is off the middle. It's crisp. Beautiful time, and she runs well as well. You know, tall in build, strong, powerful, but always looking for runs. That's great.
93 for 3 after 16. 4 overs to go. 24 balls left in the innings. Christo, where to here for the Titans? Initially, we spoke about that 120 mark. Do you think they now set a target a little bit ahead of that? Or do you think they'd still be happy with 120?
Buxy, I think they've got to be aiming 130 and up. But I don't think 120 is going to be enough. It's a good batting wicket. I'd like to think between 135 and 140. I think 24 balls, if you go 2 runs a ball, that should get you there. So, yeah, that's for me what I'm thinking. Between 135 and 145, if they can get themselves there, that will be a good total on this wicket.
And with that, we see a change in bowler once again. Kiara Fisher to replace Jade De Figueiredo. Fisher this time coming from the Umgani end, making sure she gets her field set between or before bowling to Marks. She comes around the wicket this time, across Marks, who manages to work that out to long off for 1. Plan here by Kiara Fisher. We saw around the wicket from the Old Fort Road end, just going across the right-hander. When she goes across the right-hander from this end, they're hitting towards that shorter boundary. I think she's going to need to be a little bit straighter here, Christo.
Yeah, she's got to be straighter. She's got to be making sure that they don't get the width to hit to the short boundary. At the stumps into the pads is a better option.
Just like that. Staying around the stumps. Forcing the batters to hit into the leg side that's well protected. Fisher's got deep square leg out, cow corner out, long on out. And she's got a 45 in with that mid-wicket Courtney Gounden just nice and tight. Stop that single.
Yeah, Fisher be happy with that. Set the field and deliver, and so that's good. They won't mind that the Hollywoodbets Dolphins win this thing. Just no boundaries at this stage, Bucks. You don't want to get bowled too wide and get hit over that offside with that short boundary. Keep it at the pads, into the pads, because the field is set for that. Little bit of panic there from Kiara Fisher. Saw the stumps, had to go. Had so much time, really. Could have gone to the stumps and just walked there and taken the bails off. But just in the moment, in the heat of the moment, decided to throw it. Brilliant fielding in the deep there. Excellent return and just missed it.
Masheke will be happy that she's still at the crease. Definite run out opportunity. Seems to be something going on. Not quite sure what it is right now. Marks just signaling something to her camp. Umpire Juma has turned the clock off.
Mark's not happy with the dugout. No one's bringing a drink. She's pointing her arms into the air, saying, "I'm doing the business out here. Can someone bring me a drink?" Shangase, but all seems sorted out now, and we can get back on with the game.
Just a little bit of that magic spray. Always does the trick, Christo. John Garcia just down. She's put in a fantastic diving stop to field that throw at the stumps by Kiara Fisher, and I think that's where she's hurt herself. Little bit of magic spray, get the sleeves back on, and let's continue.
Yeah, just as she landed for that dive stop, Buxy, shoulder just hit the ground quite hard, and I can see her just stretching it, warming it up, and yeah, that's what happened in that instance. Fisher still around the wicket. 2 marks.
Marks giving herself room into the leg side and pops that over the offside. 1 bounce for a terrific cricket shot.
Buxy, that is an outstanding cricket shot from around the wicket. To be able to get the ball over extra cover is incredible. As we look at this, Fisher, Marks, just gives herself enough room and hits that beautifully over the extra cover area, wide long off, and what a cricket shot.
And now she goes onto the reverse sweep, missed it, hits the keeper Panini and goes away for byes, 1 bye. Just loving the innovation by the Titans. They've always looked to keep the game moving forward. Shown good intent with the running between the wickets. They've shown good intent to hit the short boundary. They've used their feet so well in the innings. This has been really impressive to see, and they've applied pressure on the Dolphins from ball 1.
Yeah, good to see this intent. That's what we've become accustomed to, Buxy, with Titans cricket, their intensity, their confidence, their willingness to take risks, and they've really been innovative this morning, particularly how they've been able to run singles and put fielders under pressure.
We spoke earlier, Christo, about that value of 1 run. We've been around cricket long enough to know that games go down right till that last ball, and just the way that they've run between the wickets will really put them in a good position to get over the line in this game. I think the intent's been fantastic, and I hope that the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies are watching that and will bring that same sort of energy. As Marks again just gives her space leg side and cuts that ball into the offside towards the long boundary for 4. That's such a fantastic cricket shot. Last over, Christo, we see her back away and hit the ball over the top, over extra cover for 4. This time she backs away, splits the offside field along the ground for 4.
Yeah, Buxy, maybe something to think about for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team is to put a sweeper back on the offside and have a little bit more as Marks hits that again. A fantastic cricket shot, a full toss, and that's a boundary. She's putting her foot down here. Just sort of having 1 or 2 more ladies out on the boundary might be just protect the spinner a little bit. That's a real bad ball though. On the hip, on the leg side, boundary.
I think a bit of a pressure ball there, Christo. She's just been hit for 4 through the offside, and then looked to just go a little bit quicker through the air there, looking for the hole, gets it wrong, and Marks makes her pay the price. This time Marks down the wicket, and that's caught by Benetti on the long on boundary. That is absolutely brilliant. Benetti, she's been good all day, hasn't she, Christo?
Absolutely. They put her in that position for a reason. They trust her hands. Marks hits that downtown, and Benetti, such composure, calm, collective under the ball, and that's a valuable wicket for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. Buxy.
What a way to bounce back for the Dolphins, Christo. We've seen 4 wicket. We know the value of that wicket, just to halt proceedings and just to bring back that momentum. Nothing better than a wicket. Dot balls are important, but nothing more important than a wicket. And Shangasia just bringing the Dolphins back into the game.
And hats off to her, Buxy. The over before she dived for a ball, had some treatment on the arm, and absolute bounce back ability from her. 4-4, then wicket. Hats off to the bowler.
As we see Klaas come to the wicket. Number 5 for the Fidelity Titans ladies. At a place where she's got, or at a time where she's got no option, has to keep the game moving forward. Shangasi in that time flatter. Oh, and a misfield by Nicole de Klerk at extra cover there. Just the 1 run.
Yeah, off the mark straight away is Masabata Class getting the scoreboard ticking. But this is the stage of the game, Buxy, where you've got to be bat on ball, you've got to run everything. And if there's an opportunity to get a boundary, you've got to hit it. As she sweeps that time, Macheke. Excellent fielding again from the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team.
Always pressure at the end of an innings, but a lovely time to bat when you're coming in and a foundation's been laid for you. Shangase to Klaas, who just tries to work that into the leg side. Again, Courtney Gowden just tight there at mid-wicket, putting the pressure on that 1. It's a good spell by Shangase, 1 for 24 in her 4 overs, wicket in the last over. The Fidelity Titans ladies, 112 for 4 after 18 overs, 2 overs to go. Christo, what do you make of it?
Yeah, Buxy, I called it 135 and up. That's going to have to be the number here, the total. They've got 12 balls to get as many as possible. So yeah, I'd say they're still on for about 135, 140. So yeah, but Jade is back into the attack. This should be interesting. Spin all the way here for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. Jade has bowled 3 overs, 1 for 15. She's been excellent.
And excellent she has been. The ever-experienced Jade de Figueiredo. Little bit of air that time and drilled down to long on just for the 1. Jade will be happy with that, Christo. 1s.
Happy with 1s, Buxy. You just don't want to be going for boundaries at this stage of the innings. The fielding team will be happy to be giving singles away. And they've got one of their most experienced spinners in the bowling attack. So that's awesome. Singles, happy with singles.
Klaas on strike here to De Figueiredo, who gets through, and that's bold. That's exactly what the Hollywoodbets Titans Dolphins ladies, or the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies would have wanted. De Figueiredo striking on her second ball, and that's bang bang, and momentum slowly shifting back to the Dolphins ladies.
Yeah, another wicket, 113 for 4 is the Fidelity Titans women's team. A crucial wicket, Buxy, at a crucial time of the innings.
That's always that danger, Christo, where you work hard and you do the work and you build that partnership and you get your team into a position when in happy hour they can then go and they can then take the game forward and finish off well, but you get yourself into a situation where you lose those wickets and you lose that momentum, and all that hard work done at the start of an innings seems to count for nothing in a situation like this.
Yeah, the work was done by Fenter and Searle earlier on, and you're quite right, Buxy. You need to finish the innings with momentum, and if wickets are falling, it just stops all the momentum. The new batter is Alicia Rudolph. Looks strong and powerful, perhaps inserted by the coach to come and do this sort of job at the end.
And she's got to cross the line there, this time a top edge. And another catch at short third man. Hints a spin there, Christo, finding that thick outside edge. And bang, bang for Jade de Figueiredo. The Dolphins on top.
Also the drift there, Bucks, you could see in the footage, the drift from Jade. And then the shot across the line, and excellent catch. And this is fantastic finish from the Dolphins ladies team, because It stems all the momentums, stems the flow of what has been built up before by the Fidelity Titans women's team.
We saw just a few overs ago, Christo, all the momentum with the Titans, and the Dolphins looked a little bit flustered in the field. We saw the Titans ladies running quick singles straight to them. We saw misfields. What a change it's been. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies just holding their nerve, getting through that tough pressure situation, and now momentum well and truly with them.
They've stayed in the fight, Buxy. They've decided on their strategy. It was going to be spin. They've stuck with it. They've brought their key bowlers back in key stages of the game. Jade in particular. They didn't bowl her out. Bowled 2, then 1, then another 1. So they've been very strategic with that.
Absolutely spot on here, Christo, as Jade de Figueiredo comes in again to Mapa Ngula. And that's another dot ball. What an over this has been, Christo. One off the first ball. Wicket, dot, wicket, dot.
It's what a penultimate over here.
Oh, and gets through this time, missing the stumps. They talk about that extra coat of paint on the wickets, Christo. That time getting through to end a fantastic over for Jade de Figueiredo. One from it with the 2 wickets. Momentum well and truly with the Dolphins. 113 for 6. 1 over to go.
What an over. What a fight back from the Hollywoodbets ladies cricket team. And so it just shows you, Buxy, the power of a wicket. And in that over, could have been 3 wickets. Speak about that. That could have hit the stumps easily, but what a fantastic penultimate over there from Jade. Call on the experience, and she delivered.
The final over to be bowled by Alexandra Candler. She's bowled just the 2 overs. Up at the start, none for 13. She's going to have to close off well here for the Dolphins. Pace on. I think the Titans batters would appreciate this a little bit more than the spin. But Candler just, as we spoke about, excellent all-rounder. She's really going to have to hit her marks here and make sure she takes momentum with the Dolphins into the break. We see the Dolphins ladies just taking their time to get the field right. Shangase quite vocal, working together with Candler just to make sure they get the right fielders in the right positions. As we look into the stands, the crowd's coming in here. Christo, lots of school kids, their teachers with them, kids on the grass embankment and on the stands. It's absolutely lovely to see, and there's a buzz around Kingsmead Stadium.
Absolutely good to see, Buxy, support coming from as Candler bowls. And a dot ball at this stage of the innings is worth gold, Buxy.
Well and truly gold as we just look at the field. Candler having the 4 fielders out, all on the leg side, protecting that short boundary. She's got fine leg, deep square, cow corner and long on. As she runs into Masheke, who hits that straight to Courtney Gounden again at extra cover. Another dot ball.
Yeah, it's this final over. It's crucial for the Fidelity Titans women's team that they get bat on ball, Buxy, and get some runs. These dot balls are not good at this stage of the innings.
Oh, that's a good shot. And umpire Dennis Smith raises the finger. Alex Candler into the wickets.
Buxy, you cannot keep her out of the game, Alex Candler. Whether she's bowling, fielding, so far she's been impressive. Athleticism as she bowls straight, middle stump halfway up. Dennis Smith says, that's out. Well, Buxy, while we're waiting for this batter to come, just some key things for our listeners and our viewers. ICC Women's T20 World Cup in the UAE. Protea Friday. Proteas Friday is back, Buxy. Let's paint the nation green and gold every Friday as we stand behind our Proteas women in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Wear your Proteas jersey with pride and show the world our unbeatable spirit and catch all the action live on Supersport. Hashtag always rising. Hashtag Waza Nawe Baxi ICC T20 Women's World Cup in the UAE, brother. That should be exciting stuff for the ladies' game.
Was a now as they say, Christo. Come and join the fun. Get behind the team. Get behind our country. Let's bring some silverware home. It's a mission of Cricket South Africa's, isn't it, Christo? To bring back a World Cup. And they're putting everything behind every Protea team to make sure that that dream becomes a reality.
Yeah, Candler. Hit through the covers that time. And so
By Kaylee Tapp.
Buxy, bit of a strange one at the back end. No sweeper offside. Not understanding this field placing from from the Hollywoodbets. We'd want to protect that short boundary, surely, at this stage of the game. Every run is so crucial.
Yeah, not with the thinking as well, Christo, but Alex Candler just executing quite well once again. She's got the sweepers out on the leg side, and so nice and straight. Scampered one for Kaylee Tapp, but I think the Dolphins will be happy with that. One ball to go in the over. The wicket and just the 3 runs. Alex Candler needing to finish well. At the stumps once again and leg stump out the ground. That is a brilliant Yorker. Talk about hitting the hole, Christo. That is absolutely world class.
Buxy Candler showing an array of skill, being able to bowl the Yorker, leg stump Yorker. She shows good athleticism, and you just see the talent in this cricketer, Alex Candler. And I'm hoping, as we obviously sharing this broadcast, that there'll be some higher honors at some point. Just shows athleticism, fantastic in the field, and that brings the end of this innings. Fidelity Titans women's 116 for 8 after 20 overs. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins team, Buxy, will be very happy with this performance, bowling performance, fielding performance. Really good on their part.
At one stage, Christo, it looked like the Fidelity Titans ladies would have got somewhere between 135 and 140. 116 for 8 in their 20. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies are in a fantastic position here. They've done so well to claw their way back into the game. And going into this break needing 117 to win. As we just look at a small scorecard and who's done well in the game, Robin Searle was fantastic in building that foundation and setting the Fidelity Titans women up for a big finish. Marks was really good in the intent that she showed. Chanel Fenter, the youngster who started off quite shakily, ended off that innings so well, and she was the start of that momentum shift towards the Titans ladies. And then Jafta with 11 off 11, and the standouts for the Dolphins, Jade De Figueiredo 3 for 16. What an excellent penultimate over. She was absolutely brilliant. Candler, what a fantastic final over with the 2 wickets in that final over. And Nondomisha Shongase, Kiara Fisher, the spinners picking up 1 apiece.
Absolutely. That's the first part of this cricket match. Again, Fidelity Titans women's 116 for 8 bucks after 20. Please join us after the break. Well, we're back for this second innings, and Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team, Buxy, will be chasing down this total. They need 117 of 120 balls, so yeah, it looks like we're ready to go as Dennis Smith indicates good to go. Elise Mari Marks will open the bowling from the Old Fort end to Alex Candler. Good start, is hitting the top of off. Looks like a good cricket wicket. It'll be very interesting to see when the Titans will insert spin into this innings, when their skipper will feel like that's the right time. I look forward to seeing the spell from Elise Mari Marks, strong, aggressive through the crease, and looking to hit the wicket hard, which is fantastic.
And back of a length again, once again, and at good pace, Christo and Nicole de Klerk just knocking that one into the offside. Just the one run off the over. Very good start from the Titans ladies. I don't think the Dolphins ladies would mind that too much. I think they know the importance of a good start here in order to then capitalize at the end. Didn't work for the Titans ladies, but I'm sure the Dolphins ladies are going to look to build a good partnership here and look to move the game forward as they get in.
I think a big thing for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team is also, Buxy, you've got to lay the platform, as you've said, Also be mindful of the short boundary. I think therein lies an opportunity to be able to target that short boundary, run well to the big boundary, but the platform is the key for them to be able to chase down this total. It seems like it's spin straight away. Rasika Maharaj. Sure, no relation to Keshav, Baxi.
We'll have to speak to Kesh about that one, but spin nonetheless. Through and around. Alex Candler just giving herself space and squeezing that through the offside towards the short boundary. That brings up the first boundary of the innings for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins.
Fantastic. We spoke about the short boundary, and what's interesting, Baxi, the Titans ladies, they use their feet. Candler being smart, using the width, the depth of the crease. She went back off the back foot, and excellent stroke from her.
Just the angle here from Maharaj. She's just got to be careful that if that ball doesn't come back in slightly, it just carries on going with the angle across that right-hander, which opens up the leg side for Candler. Just like that, and Candler on the cut once again. That ball behind point, trickling to the boundary with the Titans ladies giving chase, but oh, that looks like some fantastic fielding down there. Oh, that's 4. The fielder signals 4, and umpire Mohammed Juma signaling 4. Back-to-back cut shots for 4 from Alex Candler. Once again, just looks a sublime cricketer.
Good cricketer, Baxi, all round, having the presence of mind to understand what the bowler's trying to do. And you're quite right that Rasika Maharaj, she's got to watch the line of attack. Too much width opens up that offside and the short boundary far too much. A much better line as that gets hits down to long on. That needs to be the line of attack, Baxi.
Yeah, that's a much better line. Just coming through and around, you've got to be into the pads here. The fielders that Maharaj has out, she's got long on and she's got a cow corner out. That just tells you she's got to be quite straight. There's a bit of buzz around the stadium here. Lots of school kids in, which is really great to see. We've got a jumping castle on the grass embankment. We've got kids playing cricket. It's just creating such a lovely buzz and atmosphere here in the stadium. Above all that, though, we can still hear the Titans ladies in the field from up here where we're sitting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that intensity we always speak about with the Titans. Just early doors, Baxi, doing a comparison in terms of the fielding. There have been some glimpses from the Titans in the field, whereas the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies were sharp from the start. I think they must have had one glimpse, but that's the end of the second over. 12 for none. If my memory serves me correct, I think the Fidelity Titans women's were exactly the same after 2 overs. Baxi?
Yeah, you are spot on there, Christo. 12 without loss. Alex Candler, 10 of just the 9 balls, and Nicole de Klerk just with 2 of 3. Dolphins will be happy with this position, with Marks back at the top of her mark, running in from the Old Fort Road end. Really looks a strong girl, powerful.
All power at the crease. Baxi hitting the deck really hard. Opportunity. Oh, Alex Candler. Very, very fortunate, Baxi. Hard length, not in position in time, and spliced by fantastic shot.
That's the value of pace on the ball. If you get it wrong, it's just that deft touch that gets the ball into space for 4 with the field up in the power play.
So I've got to just take some screenshots.
Mark's just taking her time here, making sure she gets the field right, making sure she gets the right fielders in the right positions as well as she runs into de Klerk. Hard length once again. De Klerk just looking to use pace there, this time finding the point fielder.
Also, with the crowd coming in, Buxy looking forward to the men's game later on. So it's good to see people coming into the ground and building up. That should also be an exciting cricket match later. Marks bowls, but this time around wide. Also, just to mention the domestic matches, was Nawe to the T20 knockout competition, Buxy. With an essence that ignites hometown pride, the T20 knockout competition promises not be pure cricket excellence, but a celebration of communities, share values, and the passion that unites all of us. Wicket, wicket, wicket as she strikes with a hard length, well taken by Robin Searle, and that's the first wicket for the Fidelity Titans woman.
Nicole de Klerk back into the Hollywoodbets Dolphins team through injury last season. Has just been rushed on that occasion by Marks, trying to get onto a little pull, short arm jab, but gloving it, being caught leg side as we see that length again. Nicole on the pull, just a bit of glove and excellent catch down the leg side by the keeper.
Yeah, good catch by Robin Searle, and yeah. New batter at the crease is Yasmin Khan that joins Alex Candler. Buxy, we also call on all fans to rally behind their team as players gear up to showcase their prowess on the field and stand a chance to win great prizes. Waza Nawe T20 knockout competition.
Yasmin Khan at the crease. She's just recently signed for the Dolphins. She's a Namibian international cricketer, so she comes with a lot of experience. Seen a little bit of her. Crystal looks a really good player, good technically, calm head. By all accounts, a lovely person to have in the change room, and the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies will really benefit from having her in the squad. First up, that hard length from Marks once again, just beating the bat. Ooh, the umpires haven't signaled buzz there. I think that's an edge. It looks like a drop catch, Christo.
It's got to be, if not signaled by the umpires. Robin Searle, she's been so good with bat and took a good catch. Now the signal comes from Dennis Smith and he puts his hand up. He owns it, Buxy.
Marks into Candler, who goes fuller this time. Candler on the drive, just finding Chanel Fenter in the covers. That's the end of the over. The Dolphins 19 for 1 off 3. Good start from the Dolphins. They'd be disappointed to lose de Klerk so early on. I think she's one of their big batters. But 19 for 1 after 3, I don't think they'd be too disappointed with that start, Christo.
Yeah, steady start. They've got one of their, obviously their top batters in Candler, Alexandra being there. And so obviously you spoke about the Namibian international, Yasmin Khan. So yeah, they won't be too unhappy. They just want to get themselves into this power play and set a good base as they chase down this total. Yeah.
Change of bowling. Maharaj out the attack, but replaced with spin as Yasmin Khan just works that into the leg side for 1. She's off the mark.
Macheka into the attack for the Fidelity Titans women's team. We saw that the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team, in particular Jade, bowled extremely well from this end, and so what can...
Just a little bit of air there from Macheke, and Alex Candler waiting really well on that ball just to drive it wide of mid-off for 1.
Yeah, Baxi, my bad, apologies there. I think it's Mashishi into the attack, and off to a fairly decent start in the first couple of deliveries.
And Yasmin Khan just giving herself just a little bit of room, just chipping that one over the offside, sorry, and comes back for 2.
It's been really impressive to be able to see the ladies using their feet today, getting up the wicket, Baxi, hitting over cover. Those are difficult shots, and the execution today has been really been impressed with them.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the way that the ladies from both teams have looked to target that short boundary through the offside. Just the thinking, the positions they're getting themselves into, and then some of the execution has been brilliant. A little bit of air again from Mashishi, and Yasmin Khan comes down the wicket and hits that over mid-off. That is an absolute cracker of a cricket shot.
Baxi, you have to have an appreciation for the skill set of Yasmin Khan, and we've seen this whole morning. It was Searle, it was Marks, and now Yasmin Khan showing some real quality in stroke play.
Just the maturity there in that shot as well. Hit the boundary and then works that ball into the leg side for 1. End of the over, that's 28 for 1. Another good over from the Dolphins, 9 off it.
A fantastic over for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team, and they'd be very happy with this platform. Some incredible shots that time around from Yasmin Khan, and that was awesome to see. Baxi, also in this competition you can win R1 million, one-hand catch competition. Stand a chance to win 1 million at the end of the T20 Challenge tournament. Simply catch the ball with one hand of a 6 hit during the televised T20 cricket match. The catch must be captured and clearly visible on stadium video or TV camera broadcast, as it will be audited. Take your catch, one-hand catch, Baxi. That's a lot of money, 1 million rand.
As we see Klaas coming into the attack for the first time. She comes in from the Old Fort Road end. Nice dot ball to start. Titans seem to be in favor of rotating their seamers so far, initially from the Old Fort Road end. Klaas has been around the block, Christo.
Very experienced, Baxi. She's very experienced. She knows, she understands what she needs to do, and she has started well in this spell today. Bowling to Yasmin Khan, who is an accomplished batter, so this should be a good challenge for Klaas as well as for Khan.
Klaas just looks like a little bit of a different bowler to Marks. Marks a little bit bigger, a bit more hit the deck into the wicket. Klaas just a little bit quicker through the crease and looks a little bit more skiddy. I think she's going to be targeting the stumps here, looking to bowl that wicket-to-wicket line. As we see her go straight on that line this time, Yasmin Khan just good enough to work that ball into the leg side for 2.
Baxi, got to say, Yasmin Khan, the cricket awareness, the understanding of space, the intent with which she's come out with, she's really come to play, and we can see the quality in her as a player.
Most definitely, and what a quality acquisition here by the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies. As Klaas runs into Khan, who hoiks that one over mid-wicket. Just a little bit too full there from Klaas, and Yasmin Khan latching on. 4 runs.
She's making full use of the power play, Baxi, as well as the short boundary. We spoke about that as we look at this class. Comes in, Yasmin Khan shimmies up the wicket and just hits it over mid-wicket, a boundary.
Just looking at the presence of Yasmin Khan at the crease, Christo, just looking really calm, scanning the field, looking around, really looking for the space, making sure she's aware of the positions that the fielders are in. Just an absolute calm head before taking or before setting up again to face the next ball. And once again, same sort of length, foolish, and Yasmin Khan puts her hands through that. That's 4 more.
Buxy, there's been some real quality in stroke play today, and this is quality from Yasmin Khan as she waits, knowing the ball's going to drift into her pads. She knows it's coming in and slapping that over mid-wicket. Fantastic back-to-back boundaries.
We know Klaas has got a bowl that straighter line. She's that sort of bowler. I just think we've got to look at a field change here. As Klaas comes straight again, this time bringing her length back. But I think the Hollywoodbets Titans ladies have got to look for that field change. Maybe bring the third man up, drop the cow corner out, plug the boundary. Give Yasmin Khan that 1 instead of 4. But end of the over, that's 39 for 1. The Dolphins well and truly on top of the Titans in this power play.
Absolutely. What a fantastic over for the Dolphins. Yasmin Khan taking control of that and wanting to take class down, in fact, in that first over, making a statement, Yasmin Khan.
Paulina Mashishi at the top of her mark, coming in to bowl her second over. Just again, I've really enjoyed seeing the ladies take their time, making sure they get their field set and their plans right. And there we go, she's gone straight through Alex Candler, who tries to work that down to that vacant third man area, and she's bowled her. Candler goes.
Yeah, Mashishi strikes for the Fidelity Titans woman. Straight ball, straight in line with off stump, and Candler really, staying down a bit, but Candler looking to square, no doubt. Down the ground. First, that's a second wicket for the Fidelity Titans women's team.
Shangase with number 4 on her back makes her way to the crease. The Titans ladies would have needed that. The Dolphins at 39 just for the 1 wicket were well placed. Titans would have desperately needed that wicket, and Mashishi has delivered.
Yeah, Buxy was on our way to the Hollywoodbets Pro Series Cricket South Africa, and Hollywoodbets are excited to bring you the Hollywoodbets Pro Series Women's Professional League, made up of the Hollywoodbets Pro 50 and Hollywoodbets Pro 20, starting Friday the 4th of October 2024. For more information, visit www.cricket.co.za. Hashtag it's our time. Hashtag Waza Nawe. The women's game well and truly in a good state in Cricket South Africa and South African cricket.
Most certainly, Christo. It's been fantastic watching these two teams go head to head so far. Today, as Shangase on our first ball works that ball into the leg side for 1, she's off the mark. But more importantly, it brings the set better and the experience better in Yasmin Khan to the crease. Currently 18 off 12, Christo. How important would her innings here be for the Dolphins?
We saw with Robin Searle earlier on for the Fidelity Titans. Yasmin Khan's innings is going to be crucial as she knocks that down to long off for a single. She just looks so composed. She looks calm. I think the management team will be relying on her to really take a deep, Buxy. But to your point, the quality of the cricket this morning, we have to commend these two ladies' teams. It's been excellent.
Mashishi just a little bit too straight on that one. Shangase quickly onto the sweep, realizes there's no 45 and tries to get that one fine.
Yep.
Unfortunately, she's missed out. Struck that sweetly to mid-off, hasn't she?
What a shot. Tremendous power that time from Shangase. She also bowled beautifully in the when she bowled earlier on, so also looks like an all-round cricketer, but looks like one that wants to get on with it, Buxy.
Yeah, definitely, and really excited to see how our innings progresses. Paulina Mashishi, good comeback over there. Just the 2 runs from the over with the wicket. And definitely just the Titans there in that over, just clawing their way back into the game. End of the power play, 41 for 2 for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies. I think they'd be happy with that.
Good power play for them, and it was really the impetus of Yasmin Khan that gave them that edge in terms of the power play. From here on in, it's you really got to run hard. That the Fidelity Titans women's ladies team showed the quality of the running that will be needed, but Yasmin Khan does hold the key, Bucks.
Class into Khan, who drives through the offside. We've seen a misfield there at extra cover, and Khan gets to the other end for 1.
Beautifully timed cover drive there from Yasmin Khan. She looks quality, she understands what needs to be done, and yeah, the Namibian international, wonderful to have her in South Africa.
Most definitely. Just thinking here, Christo, for the Titans who are trying to claw back momentum into this game right now, just little errors like that in the field can just sometimes just take that game further and further out of your reach. They're going to have to be really tight in the ring. The fielders are really going to have to get behind their bowlers here, as we see Shangase just working that one fine down the leg side for 4. Classes just straight two straights on that occasion, and just a little bit full, and Shangase making her pay the price.
Very surprised by the experienced Mashabata class, Buxy. She set the field for the offside. She has to hit 4th stump, and then obviously with a slight in drift, seaming the ball back into the right-hander, that will hit the top of off. Just like that, and there's a single. Great running from Yasmin Khan that time, but that's the line she's got to bowl. Anything straighter is going to travel to the short boundary, and as you saw, the tickle down to fine leg, has to bowl 4th stump, hitting the top of off.
Good point, Christo, and class is really going to have to be on the money here to Yasmin Khan, who's taken her down, albeit the last, in the power play. She's now put the fielders out. She's got cow corner and long on out in that area where Yasmin Khan took her down in that last over. She goes straighter again, and looks like a little bit of a change up there, pace off, but Khan's waited really well on that ball and just worked it into the leg side for 1.
Yeah, it's incredible, Buxy, that also around the world, the women's game, I think in England and New Zealand, they're starting to equal pay for the women. So in terms of equality, the women's game is moving forward, and it's so exciting to see that. Not so many tournaments around the world that happens and takes place, and some of our own ladies playing, across the world in Australia, England, and that's fantastic exposure, and it helps them to grow their own cricket.
It's really fantastic to see, and there's also so much cricket, women's cricket now being televised around the world. Young girls with bats in their hands at school, out on the grass embankments, at stadiums, in clubs, in academies, in programs, just growing the game, and it's really so encouraging to see. And these women are professional cricketers. I guess there's many women that have come before that have really blazed the trail, and they've done the hard work without many of these sorts of rewards, but it's really good to see South African women playing professional cricket here. And as we say that, class gets through, and she's got the big wicket of Yasmin Khan. Yasmin Khan looking to work that ball into the leg side, going too square, and unfortunately pays the price.
Yeah, class Spoke about her hitting the stumps, and she cleans up Yasmin Khan, overbalancing slightly, playing all around it. And that's a big wicket for the Fidelity Titans ladies team.
We spoke about the value of the wicket, Christo, and we've just seen a couple in quick succession here. 3 of the best batters for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies back in the hut. As we see the number 9, Courtney Gounder, experienced, walking to the crease. Courtney's going to have to come together with Shangasia here, Christo, put together a good partnership and really take the game deep for the Dolphins to get over the line here. 78 required of 68.
Yeah, it's very much with the Dolphins, Buxy. They've really just got to make sure they build that partnership as you mentioned. Crucial that someone has to get a score. 40 or 50 from one of these batters, that's going to be crucial.
Just get the feeling Yasmin Khan on the last ball of that class over, just looking to work that ball into the leg side for 1. Just rotate the strike, get back on strike and face Mashishi, but just played all around it, hasn't she? As Shangasia goes big, finds the space in the leg side, and that's 4.
Shangasia has made the intentions clear. Buxy, from ball 1, she hit one hard to mid-on, and she's come out swinging. So we see Mashishi giving flight, and Shangasia is having none of it over that wide, long-on area for 4.
I love the way Mashishi has just kept the face of the bat open on that. Although slapping it over the leg side, she's allowed the middle of the bat to access the ball. There, once again, over Chanel Fenter at mid-off, and that's back-to-back 4s. Just once again, that execution, keeping the blade of the bat opening and hitting the middle of the bat.
I felt a little bit naughty from Mashishi there, keeping mid-on up, Buxy. A little bit naughty, and there she's paid the price for it. Boundary. Those are the strategic things. You want to get the field right. You can see Shangasia is the aggressor.
Good cricket by Shangasia. This time Chanel Fenter has gone back on the boundary and long on, and Shangasia just happy to knock that down the ground for 1. 9 runs off the first 3 balls, and she's laid a good platform for the rest of the over.
She looks fearless. She's come to play. She's just getting stuck in. Uncompromising. She's really simple in the way she strikes the ball, and if she continues in this vein, she will really help her team a long way in this chase.
Courtney Gounden, the first of the left-handers at the crease for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies. Ashishi comes around the wicket into the pads, big LBW shot, and umpire Mohammed Juma unmoved. Whoa, that looked close, Christo.
Buxy, that's a massive shot from Ashishi. She thought she had a stone dead in front, and Mohammed Juma says not out.
Oh, Jums. Gounden just giving herself some space, trying to access an area behind point. Oh, Mashishi. Round the wicket once again. Cut. This time finds the gap, and that ball runs away for 4. Excellent use of the feet by Courtney Gounden. She's waited on that ball really nicely as well. Used the pace, finding the space behind point for 4.
Fantastic shot as we look at it. Mashishi to Gounden. And a brilliant shot. Just getting inside it and allowing the space and hands. What a beautiful cut shot from Courtney Gounden that time around. Waza Nawe to the India T20 International, to our Proteas men will take on the current ICC Men's T20 World Cup champions India in November for a thrilling 4 T20 international matches. Visit www.cricket.co.za for your tickets. Hashtag Waza Nawe, hashtag be part of it. T20 Proteas men's team will be in action Don't miss it. Purchase your tickets. You don't want to be missing those T20s against India. We have a change in bowling. Kaylee Tapp from the Old Fort end. Yeah, and she'll be bowling to the very aggressive Shangase.
Kaylee Tapp just back of a length to start, and Shangase just good awareness of the space and knocking that ball down to third man for 1. Interesting ploy here by the Titans, Christo, rotating the seamers from the Old Fort Road end. We saw the Dolphins go double spin and not afraid to use the spinners from both ends. What do you think the thinking behind this is?
Again, we could see with Marks bowling from that end, there was a little bit of bounce. She was happy to hit the deck, and that's what we've become accustomed to with the Titans bowlers. They would want to hit the deck and then spin. I think they saw from the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team that it was really tough to handle the spinners. So that's my observation, that especially when Marks bowled, there was a little bit of bounce. Candler as well, and perhaps they sense that this bowling towards the Mgeni end, there's a little bit of bounce in it for the seamers.
Kaylee Tapp, quite a tall cricketer as well. If there's any bounce in the wicket, she'll be able to extract that. Experienced, I think Kaylee Tapp, been around a while, and in a situation like this, with the game on a knife edge, I think probably the player that the Titans would be looking for to shift that momentum back into their favor.
Interesting field placing with a left-hander to the short boundary. Baxi, I can't help but notice that. No sweeper back. Obviously want to create pressure and dots on the new batter. Shangas is saying, give me the strike. Scampering through quickly. She wants to take the new bowler down, Baxi.
Yeah, she showed that intent from the start, hasn't she, Christo? Just been really impressed with how she's gone about things. And I think most importantly for me, just that fearlessness to hit the ball over the top. You usually find with batters coming in just a little bit more reserved up front, would rather knock the ball along the ground first and then look to hit the ball over. But Shangase just a little bit different and playing a fearless brand of cricket.
That time around showing that she also has the ability just to knock it. She was lining up, it's not quite in the slot, and she says, thank you very much, I'll just dot this one.
I think the Fidelity Titans ladies are onto Shangase. They've got the cow corner out, and they've got the fine leg and the third man fielders out as well, as Tapp runs into Shangase on a length once again. Shangase just those deft touches. She's managed to get that behind point to miss fields and allows her to get back for 2. Wow, Shangase looks like an incredible little cricketer.
What an athlete, what athleticism from her. As soon as she hit the ball, she was saying there's an opportunity for 2. She came back, excellent running, and very impressed with her. Bowled tidy off spin, and now shows the power in batting and also the ability to run well. Excellent stuff.
Just a little bit of a break in play as Mohammad Juma puts the bails back on and fixes the stumps. We see Kaylee Tapp at the top of her mark, just directing the fielders. Just the experience, nice and clear on where she wants them, as she runs in again to Shangase, who lets loose on that one and pops that one over extra cover. Kaylee Tapp just going a little bit too full on that occasion. And like we said, Shangase not afraid to hit the ball over the top, hits that over extra cover for 4.
Baxi, you have to say, if you look at this shot, wait a little bit leg side, but still the power, Bucks, to be able to get it over extra cover. The power from the ladies this morning has been good to see. There's obviously conditioning programs in place now, Bucks. They're training, they're doing the weights, they're doing all the fitness stuff. We've seen some outstanding cricket shots today from the ladies' teams.
Kaylee Tapp once again just making sure she gets the fielders in the right position. She's put the fourth fielder out now. She's gone deep extra or deep cover out. She goes stumps, and Shangase once again just hits the boundary and then prepared to knock the ball into space for one. Just absolutely fantastic cricket to finish the over.
Bucks such good cricket. At the end of the 9th over, Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team 72 for 3. We've seen everything from Shangase. We've seen the power. We've seen some soft touches and also the ability to get stuck into spin. So she's got a fantastic all-round game.
She really has, Christo, and she's played a blinder of an inning so far. Her 24 coming off just 15 balls, and it looks like she hasn't even got out of first gear. Just very comfortable at the crease, very calm at the crease, and just taking the game on. Just what a pleasure to watch.
Absolute pleasure to watch, Buxy. You spot on. I don't know about you, but we've been entertained today. The crowd is starting to fill up. Boys and girls are coming to support, and it's excellent level of cricket. The skill set on display. The women's game is alive and well.
As Rudolph comes into the attack, and just first up, Christo, that's quite a lot of turn. We haven't seen much of that. Haven't seen much of that today, but cheapest first up, that's ball's just spun.
Massive turn from Rudolph, and we would like to see Shangase. She might pull out the slog sweep. Wide cow is open.
And there we go, onto the sweep.
For the first time, we sense that Shangase, under a little bit of pressure, dots is a funny thing, and so let's see how she responds to Rudolph. But Rudolph on the money, 2 dots first up.
A little bit of air on this occasion, and Shangase just knocks that down to long on for 1.
And once again, Buxy, we have to credit both coaching teams on both ends of these teams. This has been entertaining. You can see the coaching that's gone in. You can see the work that's done in the preseason. That's where everything goes in. And in the season, they're just playing. They're topping up as they go. But this standard of cricket has been fantastic today.
As Courtney Gounder looks to give herself that room again. The ball that time just following the angle and coming back into the stumps. But Christo, you're so right. The standard of cricket has been phenomenal, and I think it's a testament to the work that the coaching staff and the players have put into their games over the season, over the off season. And Courtney Gounder on the cut once again. This time a bit of fortune. Fortune favors the brave, and that's a nick, and that's gone down for 4.
The crazy thing is they moved short 45 on the leg side. Elisa Rudolph moved the field to 45 on the offside, and there's still Gounden. She got a bit of an edge, and that's 4. So, yeah, 4 for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. And that means they only need 40 to win of 61, Buxy. Yeah.
Christo, we spoke about the intent of the Titans batters when they were at the crease and how they look to move the game forward, but the Dolphins have really come out here with some incredible intent. Their current run rate at 8.1 runs and over, only requiring 3.9 runs and over to win this game. They've been absolutely dominant.
They've come out, Buxy. They've matched the intent of the Fidelity Titans women's team and a little bit more, especially Shangase. She's been incredible. She's 25 of 18, and I have to say that she looks a fantastic talent. With the batting, she was diving around the field, putting her body on the line. She got a little bit injured on the shoulder, and a spin bowling, you can really work with her as one for the future. Shangase hits that to the cow and dropped. Looks like it's Chanel Fenter on that cow boundary, and she's put that down. That is going to be a big drop for the Fidelity Titans women's team, a massive drop, dropping Shangase on 25. How costly will that be at the end of the game? Dot that time around by Kaylee Tapp. And this game, really, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team only needing 39 or 58. They find themselves in a very, very good position to win this game against the Fidelity Titans women's team. But yeah, still some work to be done. Courtney Gowden, yeah, and you can see from her frustration that she missed out on that full toss. Offside field was up, and just any sort of bat on that would have meant a boundary, and you could see that she was not happy with herself in terms of that delivery. 7-8 for 3 after 10.3. Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team find themselves in a very, very good position. Gowden plays that behind square, and they scamper through for a single. This partnership now is 29, and they need 38 more runs to win this. Lots of support starting to gather for this cricket day, the doubleheader at the Hollywoodbets Dolphins Cricket Stadium. The ladies are leading the way, and they later will be followed by the men's teams. So Durban, come down if you're in this vicinity. Come and enjoy the cricket on display. The standard of cricket this morning has been fantastic, and later on the men will also get stuck in and come and support these cricket teams today. Shangasi showing all the presence of mind, all the awareness to knock that to long on and rotate and scamper through for a single. The partnership, Buxy, 31 runs. It's building strong. They continue to build this partnership. They need 37 more runs to win.
As Tapp comes into Gowden. Gowden just sort of flat bats that, looking for one. Sent back by Shangase. Bit of a mix-up, but Gowden makes a ground and no run there. Christo, Cricket South Africa and Hollywoodbets are excited to bring you the Hollywoodbets Pro Series Women Professional League, made up of the Hollywoodbets Pro 50 and the Hollywoodbets Pro 20, starting Friday, 4 October 2024. So that's where we are. That's today, and for more information, visit www.cricket.co.za. Hashtag it's our time. Hashtag
Are now where, making sure everyone has a part of this, becomes part of it, Buxy, and enjoys the wonderful game of cricket, men and women, and that's beautiful. Rudolph again continues the spell of bowling.
Shangash shimmy across the stumps towards the offside, opening up that leg side, and just again flat bat over the square leg fielder towards the long boundary for 4. Wow, this is incredible hitting from Shangase.
I think you mentioned it earlier on, Buxy. She hasn't even got out of first gear yet. Sees ball, hits ball. Simple method of batting.
Forces a change in field now, Christo, with square leg fielder now going out to the boundary as Rudolph runs into Shangase, who uses her feet the other way this time. This time gets the ball behind points, and that goes for 2 runs. So wow, she's just applied pressure upon pressure upon pressure on the Titans bowlers and fielders here.
Fantastic array of shots, Buxy, from her. She's gone down the ground, she's gone across on the leg side. There she's showing a touch of class behind point of the off spinner. Not an easy shot to play. What a catch! At long on, a fantastic catch. That's brilliant. Talk about the standard of the women's game. It just shows you outstanding catch.
And that is the young Chanel Fenter. They've trusted the youngin on the long on boundary. Shangase, flat bat into the space. Here comes Chanel Fenter with the dive in and a one-handed catch. Here we see that again. Oh, absolutely brilliant. And how's that for a celebration? Wow. That is absolutely up there. That's got to be one of the catches of the tournament. And it's only day one.
She would have wanted to take that into the crowd, Bucksy, one hand, win R1 million. But you're so right. That should go down as the catch. And we're only starting out in the season, but definitely will be high up in terms of the catches of the season. You cannot not mention Shangase. What an innings of such maturity, stroke play, and absolute power.
Fantastic innings, brilliant innings, and really, Christo, it was going to take a catch like that. It was going to take a moment of brilliance to get Shangase out in the form that she was in. Chanel Fenter provided that, and the Titans now just a bit of hope, a glimmer of hope, thanks to Chanel Fenter.
Excellent stuff in this game. 31 or 51 needed. You got to be going a run a ball for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team, and the Fidelity Titans women's team would want to get some more wickets, Bucksy.
.31 needed off the 50 balls, and it's gonna take the wickets just to stem that flow further and further, and make it a tough chase in the end.
Yeah, the new batter, Asamkele Kawu, sort of gets a bit of an inside edge there, Bucksy, and runs through for 2. Yeah, Hollywoodbets Dolphins, they've got it all to play for. They're in a good position. They just must not get bogged down through dots, but yeah, it looks good for them at this stage.
And with that, it takes that runs required below the 30 mark, 29 required of 49 balls. Lots of time left in the game. Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies just needing to stay quite calm here and just compose and do the simple things well to get their team over the line.
The end of the over, Bucksy. 88 for 4 after 12. Just quick mention made of Elisa Rudolph. Her ability to spin the ball has been also, she's been really impressive. The amount of turn I talk about, ability to spin the ball, really been good.
Yeah, I think she's that one spinner today that we've seen that's had the ability to turn it. As we see that wicket again, Rudolph into Shangase, and just that catch by Chanel Fenter. Wow, absolutely brilliant. I know Chanel Fenter, part of the SA Under-19 girls in that extended squad, and they've been working really hard on their fielding. Coach Denisha and her team putting in a lot of work. The fielding coach, Trisha Chetty, up there in the Lions, but a part of that SA Under-19 management, been just putting in the work in the field, and I'm sure Trisha's going to be happy to see that catch from Chanel. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic catch. And Bucksy, the England women's team will be touring our shores. Our Proteas women will take on England this coming summer for 3 T20 internationals matches, 3 one-day international matches. Black Day on Sunday, the 8th of December, and 1 test match. Can you believe it? From the 15th to the 18th of December. Visit www.cricket.co.za for more information and your tickets. Hashtag #WasOurNawe. Hashtag be part of it. Good that test cricket is also now becoming, obviously they're playing more and more of it, and I'm sure that's good for the ladies. The longer game, the test of your character, your patience, and your perseverance. So yeah, that's excellent.
Kaylee Tapp just settled into a decent line and length here Christo. Still looking to hit the deck hard and around that off stump. Kawu, the new batter, 2 or 4 currently, looks to be one that's not as aggressive as the ones that have come before her. Looks to be one that's looking to use the pace a little bit more. But just the tight line of tap is just not allowing her to get that ball through. And Kawu with a hoik on that one. Thick outside edge, diving catch by Robin Searle behind the stumps. And that sends Kawu back to the change rooms. The the Fidelity Titans, ladies, clawing their way back into it again by the wickets.
Buxy, you can never count them out. The Fidelity Titans, the mentality to stay in the fight. Yeah, it's a pity for the Dolphins, but that's the end of Kawu, and she's replaced by Fisher. Just wanted to ask you about the lineup of the Dolphins ladies team in terms of how they're spreading their power hitters with the rotators. They just don't want a case where they're getting stuck. Two rotators at the crease. It could hurt them a little bit further down in the competition.
Yep, I think Coach Angie Tai is going to have to think quite clearly on that one. And I'm sure they have already, Christo. I'm sure they've done all the preseason work. They've played their preseason matches. They're putting their best lineup out there. Yes, there will be some adapting as you go in the season, depending on how players perform. But you're spot on. You don't want to get into that situation where you're needing to go at a decent rate and you've got a couple of cricketers in there that aren't able to get the ball away to the boundary. But Courtney Gounden, the batter that's in 10 of 13, she's a mature head. If she needs to up the ante, can she do that? That's yet to be seen. And then Kiara Fisher, just from the little that I know of her, she's able to hit the long ball. So it'll be good to see her get in and get going here.
Yeah, you just don't want too many dots at the back end here. The Hollywood Dolphins ladies team find themselves in a good position. They're not really under pressure, Buxy, with balls. They've got enough balls, but in T20 cricket, things happen quickly. You know, you lose wicket, then it just pushes the pressure down on the lower order. They've got to take ownership, Fisher and Gounden, and see this game through.
As tap comes into Fisher to finish the over. And that's another dot ball and an excellent over. 1 wicket, just a 1 run off it. Kaylee Tap, 1 for 14 in 3 overs. Just absolutely incredible over that. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies, 89 for 5 after 13 overs. Currently needing 28 or 42 balls to get themselves over the line. Slowly but surely that run rate just creeping up, Christo.
Yeah, you got to stay ahead in terms of T20 cricket. You never want the run rate to catch you. They just seem to have slowed down, and that is what wickets does. But one would like to see just a rotation of strike, drop and go, suck the field and hit through the field.
Rudolph just changing the angle here to Courtney Gounden. Round the wicket. Little bit of air this time and full toss. Courtney Gounden misses out.
Buxy, that's a massive missed opportunity through that full toss.
Oof. Change of pace this time. A little bit quicker by Rudolph. And another dot ball. I just get the sense that there's a bit of pressure building on the Dolphins batters. That rate required now up to 4.2 and over from the threes. As Gounden cuts that again, just finds tap in the covers and the pressure building slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely building, Buxy. You wouldn't have mind the full toss down to long off for 1, get the right-hander on, but now it's been 3 dots. More pressure, and that's a boundary. Release a boundary. Very fortunate for Courtney, but up to that point it's been 3 dots. The release from Rudolph, and that balances things out.
That's what you call learning from your mistakes. She misses out on the first full toss, but this time makes no mistake and puts that one away.
Yeah, I'd like to also see just from Courtney Gounden, Buxy, a little bit more array of shots. She only seems to set up for the cut off the back foot, which is a bit of a concern for me in terms of her array of shots. No, down the ground, maybe a sweep shot. Just she's only looking to set up for the cut, which bowlers can bog her down like that.
This time Rudolph goes a little bit straighter and Gounden onto the pull. Doesn't catch it cleanly, but I guess that helps her come back for the second, and that's a good finish to the over for the Dolphins. After starting off with 3 dots, the boundary and the 2 to finish 6 off the over, the Dolphins will be happy with that. And just a couple of things that Cricket South Africa continues to do for the women's space in South Africa. We've got Woza Nawe to England Women's Inbound International Tour, where the Proteas women will take on England this coming summer for 3 T20 international matches, 3 one-day international matches, Black Day on Sunday 8th of December, and 1 test match from the 15th to the 18th of December. As mentioned, Christo, you can visit www.cricket.co.za for more information and your tickets. Woza Nawe, hashtag be a part of it.
Fantastic. Get your tickets. Come and support the Proteas women's team. And as we've seen today, the standard of the women's game, the quality of the cricket has been impressive. As Kaylee tap bowls, that's knocked too long on. Will they scamper through for 2? No. Gowden says no, only 1.
Really good fielding by Marks on that cow corner boundary. Just understanding that the Dolphins batters are trying to work that into the leg side for 2, just quickly off the boundary. I'm sure the Dolphins players know that she's got a good arm on her as well and not willing to risk it. They settle for 1.
Baxi, it's crucial now that the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team almost go into a bit of tip and run mode. I remember growing up as a young boy playing street cricket. You've got to be ready to run anything. You know, it's a run a ball stuff. Get stuck in.
Tap just on that line once again, just nice and straight, and Courtney Gunner trying to force that one. But Christo, you're absolutely right. The Dolphins have got to be looking for that single. They've got to be looking to score. We know the value in the boundary brings that rate right down, especially when there's just 21 to win. But you've got to stay on top of your rotation of strike. As Gounden again just tries to flat bat that and force that through the inner ring, finds the middle fielder and the pressure builds.
Spot on, Baxi. It just builds pressure on the batter. 2 dots, 2 good shots. She could have scampered through for a single, but again, 1 single, 2 dots. Tap's been excellent for the Fidelity Titans women's team, but Gounden has to make the play.
There we go. She tries that soft hands, just opening the face on that one, just looking for that one. I think if the situation was different, Christo, and the Dolphins were maybe 96 for 2, I don't really mind that approach by Gounden, because there's wickets in the bank. You know, you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive and go hard at it and continue to take the game on from that boundary perspective. But 96 for 5, how much batting do you have left? You're one of the senior players, you know, knock it around, get the team over the line, bank the win.
Yeah, it's so deep in the over, Baxi, that single. I felt the first shot of the over to mid-on could have got. It's difficult to field it mid-on, mid-off, and the ball comes at you hard. You still got to get down, you got to set, and if the batter hits and runs, it should be. But leaving it that deep in the over, I think something for Courtney Gowden to realize early in the over, whatever you want to do, if it's a boundary or single, get it early in the over.
In saying that, Gounden looks a good player, good technically, looks a calm head, and I'm sure she has that skill set. It's just about the awareness in the situation. As Fisher just hoiks that one out towards long on. Good length ball, and yeah, Fisher just popping that into the leg side to finish the over. That's how it can be done. 3 off the over. Another good over by Kaylee Tapp and a good spell, 1 for 17 in her 4 overs. We spoke about that experience at the start of her spell, and I think she's just delivered on that. Great spell, Kaylee Tapp.
Kaylee Tapp, take a power. Fantastic bowling from Kaylee Tapp. 4 overs, 1 for 17. Top work from her. She'll be happy with her work on the day. And yeah, 19 runs to win for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team. Gounden, all the eyes will be on her to finish this.
Marks back into the attack from the Umgeni end. I think the Titans realizing that they've got to bowl their best bowlers now. As we've spoken about, Marks looks like an incredible cricketer. A little bit of extra pace here from the Umgeni end. We've seen the majority of the spinners being bowled from the Umgeni end. Let's have a look at what Marks can do here in the 16th over from the Umgeni end. She's bowling to the new batter, Kiara Fisher, who seems to be wanting to get the game going.
Very interesting field, third man up, but the line of attack is going to be at the stumps, at the body with this field. Long on, cow. It's exactly that. It's a dot at short mid wicket.
We've seen that quite often today, Christo, where the ladies have opted against putting that deep cover out and protecting that short boundary, and they've chosen to go straighter lines and the leg side field up as Marks goes again at the stumps. Kiara Fisher just popping that one over the top of that mid-on area down to Chanel Fenter. No one-handed fantastic diving catch this time, but just 1 run for the Dolphins, which gets them closer to that target of 117.
Yeah, 18 needed of 28, and Marks, she looks a good cricketer, and with ball in hand, and she batted nicely in their innings. Again, someone to work with her. Candler, it's good to see the all-rounders in the game. Shangase from a spin point of view, and I'd say a batsman, not a power hitter. She played some beautiful cricket shots. She's just not just a power hitter. Hit some fantastic cricket shots earlier on.
Marks coming around the wicket to the left-handed Gounder. We just saw on screen earlier Gounder batting about half a meter out the crease, wanting to get that ball a little bit fuller. There it goes, and Chanel Fenter once again has taken the catch at mid-off. This is exactly what the Fidelity Titans ladies would have wanted, Christo, with this change. Marks back into the attack, and she breaks through. He gets the set batter and Courtney Gounder out.
Yeah, that's why you got your main striker. And in this case, it's Marks for the Fidelity Titans woman. The captain has brought her back for exactly that. She's done the job. Gounden gone for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. Titans trying to create a bit more pressure on this lower order, Buxy.
Yeah, Titans, as you said, always in the fight. It's the way they play the cricket up there in Northerns. They breed them tough. They play that attacking brand of cricket, and they never out of the fight. So this is a typical Titans fight back. Whether or not they win the game, they're hard to play against, and they're always coming at you. The new batter at the crease now, the wicket keeper for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies, Kwanga Pinini, and she's to face up against Marks. Left-handed, Marks staying at it around the wicket angle. Everyone back on the leg side as Marks comes surely into the pads here. And Kwangas has a go at that one early on. Finds the outside edge. That ball passes Robin Searle behind the stumps, and that's gone for 4. Fortune favors the brave.
Yeah, Buxy, fortune favors the brave, and Marks to Panini. Swashbuckling slap of the hands and the bat, and finds the edge. Valuable 4 runs for the Hollywoodbets ladies team.
Panini and the Dolphins won't mind that at all. off the mark for Panini with a boundary. That always helps. As we see a couple of changes in the field here by Marks. She's now brought that leg side field up. The square leg is now up. The cow corner stays out, but she's put a third man into position and that deep cover. We might see her go a little bit wider of the off stump now, which she does, and yeah, just between bat and pad, dot ball.
Yeah, what I'm also enjoying about Mark's Buxy, she's setting a field, she's in control, she knows where she wants to bowl in terms of when she's moving the field around. That's really encouraging to see.
I think a lot of these ladies playing in the professional space right now, Christo, have grown up a little bit different to the boys, where there's competitive cricket right from the time where you're 8, 9 years old. You're playing hardball cricket matches in little festivals and school leagues, and the boys are so fortunate to be exposed to that sort of competition at such a young age. These girls would probably have grown up with a little bit less cricket, but just to see the level of skill and the awareness of where they are now and so quickly, just phenomenal.
Phenomenal indeed, Buxy, spot on. We've seen the bowling, we've seen spin and the batting. This has really been entertaining this morning. Hats off to both teams, irrespective of the result, which way it goes. It's been a really good spectacle.
The Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies currently 103 for 6 after 16 overs, 24 balls to go, just the 14 runs required. But we know that the Titans ladies are going to put up a fight and make sure that this game goes right down to the wire. Change in bowler once again. Masabata class the experience back into the attack from the Old Ford Road end. Again, the Titans ladies opting to go with seam from the Old Fort Road end, and then again with the experience of class.
Yeah, they know what she can do. She's been in these situations before, Buxy. 2 overs, 1 for 18. It was Khan that got hold of her a little bit earlier on, but she eventually got the wicket of Khan, and she's back at a crucial stage. 14 needed of 24. There is an amount of pressure out there.
Just class toying with her field here, just making sure she's got the right fielders in the right places. She's got to go straight as the leg side field is out. Kiara Fisher just with a top edge there. That goes fine. That allows her to scamper back for 2.
Must say she's been gutsy, Buxy. Kiara Fisher has been gutsy in a method, and she's just getting on with things.
Very unorthodox, looks like big bottom hand. She's also shorter in stature, so anything that's length she can pick up quite easily. The Fidelity Titans ladies, I think, are onto that, and they've protected that leg side boundary. As Klaas comes in, Fisher flat bats that down the ground. Oh! Missed run out opportunity at the bowler's end. Some good fielding by the fielder at mid-off, but Fisher makes her ground.
I think it's Masishi there at mid-off. She bowled early on, and so what an opportunity for a run out there.
Missed opportunity. The Fidelity Titans ladies would really have been in the pound seats there, I think, with that opportunity. Fisher is the one that seems to have that ability to hit it. You lose her now, and you can then put pressure on those batters that are coming in that might be a little bit better at rotating strike.
Yeah, pretty spot on, Buxy. A wicket there would have put a tremendous amount of pressure on the lower order for the Hollywoodbets ladies team.
Change of the line of the attack by Klaas that time, and this excellent running from the Dolphins. Really good running by Panini, working that ball into the leg side, running back to the danger area, but still able to make her ground. Just, yeah, excellent cricket.
Yeah, Panini just good awareness, as to where the deep square was, tapped it softly, and brilliant running. Plenty of balls left, 20 balls to get 9 runs, so no real pressure there. Yeah, Panini, I've enjoyed her presence at the crease. She's aware, she's looking for singles.
Yeah, just a bit of a cutter there by Glass, taking pace off, just running her fingers across the seam, and Panini a little bit early on that. But most importantly for the Fidelity Titans ladies, and another dot ball. Glass persisting with that around the wicket to the left-hander. Really good hard length. Finishes off with the dot. 5 runs off the over. I think the Dolphins will be happy with that. With the rate required, only 3 runs and over, Christo.
Yeah, Dolphins will be very, very happy with that, Buxy. They only need 9 runs of 18 balls. And it's a case of making sure that Marks does not get a wicket here, unscathed, picking up some singles, and then getting stuck into the other bowlers. This is Marks' last over.
Yeah, as we wait for Marks to set her field and get ready to bowl her last over. Currently 3 overs, 2 for 12. She's been absolutely fantastic. We just have a look at what CSA has to offer. Cricket South Africa says Woza Nawe to the 2024 Pink ODI. The 13th Pink ODI will see the Proteas men take on Pakistan on the Sunday, the 22nd of December. That's a 2 p.m. start, guys. Get your tickets on www.cricket.co.za. Hashtag Wozanawe. Hashtag pitch up in pink, guys. Come on. Let's get out there and support people living with breast cancer.
Exactly.
It's a little bit straighter on that occasion by Marks, and Panini just working that into the leg side for 1. Seven runs required right now of 16 balls at 2.6 runs and over. No real pressure on the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies. They'd still want to bat with good intent here, though, and still want to make sure they get their team over the line in a positive fashion. Mark's just looking for the hole on that occasion. Trying to get the Yorker in there. Definitely trying to castle Kiara Fisher. Looking for the stumps, there's no doubt about that. Kiara Fisher just flat batting that low full toss, and the fielding done by Marks. The crowd getting involved now, where the school kids all together in unison chanting "Go Dolphins." Really good to see. Goosebump stuff, Christo.
Absolutely, and the young girls and boys showing tremendous support for the home team, Buxy. And these are their role models, you know, the young girls looking up to the ones on the field. As you mentioned earlier on, they will be inspired by this, and that's why they've come out to support. Marks, Panini, good shot and a good stop.
It's just absolutely incredible to witness and just to be a part of this, Christo. Just hearing from the future, hearing from the kids, just chanting the name of their team, Go Dolphins. Can you imagine being one of those cricketers out there in the middle now? Those Dolphins ladies batters just drawing energy from the support of the crowd.
Fantastic shot and fielded there. I think it's Fenter at mid-off. Such a live wire, Fenter. batted well and also good fielder. That's the end of the 18th.
And that's the end of Marx's spell. 4 overs, 2 for 16. She's been absolutely brilliant and just one of those excellent cricketers that are coming out of the women's space in South Africa. Cricket South Africa, Fidelity, Titans, ladies, take a bow.
Fantastic. Elise Mari Marks. 4 overs, 2 for 16. Excellent spell, and she made an impact with ball and with bat. And definitely Baxi, one for the future, no doubt.
2 overs left, 5 runs required off the 12 balls. Cricket South Africa says Wozanawe to the 2024 Black Day. The 4th Black Day will see the Proteas women take on England on Sunday the 8th of December. That's a 10 a.m. start, people. Get your tickets once again on www.cricket.co.za. Wozanawe, hashtag NGBV, and let us take a stand for equality.
Run out chance. It's got to be out, and it's fantastic piece of fielding by Mashishi. She had the opportunity in the previous over earlier and she missed, but that time around she's not missing. This does add to a bit of pressure, Baxi.
Yeah, most certainly. There's still 5 runs to win, and until the game's done, there's always going to be that little bit of pressure on you. I think momentum and the situation of the game still favoring the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies right now, but a couple of dot balls and another wicket in this over, and that pressure is well and truly on for the final over.
Funny old game, cricket, Baxi. Funny old game, what a couple of dots can do. That's a fantastic run out by Mashishi, no doubt. Got to the ball, early release, threw the stumps down. Brilliant fielding.
The new batter to the crease, although at the non-strikers end, the experienced Jade De Figueiredo, good friends with Kiara Fresher, and both of them would have played a lot of cricket together, so they'd have a good understanding of each other's games and of what's needed to do to get the Dolphins over the line.
Yeah, this is crunch time. 5 runs of 11 balls. The crowd are starting to get in behind the Dolphins ladies. Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team, and cool heads, calm heads, a runner ball stuff. But cricket, pressure's a funny thing.
And Klaas has gone through this time. She's bowled Fisher. We've spoken about it. The pressure that comes on with finishing a game, and Kiara Fisher just playing all round that one, and Klaas getting through as we watch the replay. Energy through the crease, through bat and pad, and that's the wicket that the Titans would have needed. It's bang bang. Titans have gone 2 in a row. 5 required now of 10 balls, but with only 2 wickets in hands, Christo.
The experience is shown from both Klaas and Elise Mari Marks. Your big players, Baxi, in big moments, they come good. And all of a sudden now, you just feel a little bit too much pressure. 2 wickets, as you mentioned, left. This is crunch time. You got to get bat on ball, but you got to be smart in how you go about this.
Thanks again to Cricket South Africa for putting this spectacle together. This is what you want from cricket games. You want the players to be challenged. You want evenly contested games. You want to see the competition. What a game for the youngsters in the stadium to be able to see a game going right down to the wire. As Klaas comes into Banetti, who's been fantastic today. And Banetti just calm, works that ball behind point. The umpire Mohammed Juma says not out.
Yeah, Jade had to make some meters there. Baxi, she's sitting on her bat a little bit, but eventually she got in. So Banetti, she's come out straight away and she's found a lovely single behind point.
just running over to Jade there. Maybe a little bit of a sorry. Maybe a little bit of make sure you're backing up. Just love the passion by Jade de Figueiredo there, just to dive, do anything possible to make her ground and help her team get over the line.
Absolutely. Sheer desperation from Jade.
Oof. It's like a little bit of a cutter there, and a little bit of pop. You spoke about the little bit of bounce that's at that end from the Umgeni end, and Klaas just extracting a little bit of that. De Figueiredo looks determined. Oh, and that's the old-fashioned forward defense. Solid. We spoke about that Test cricket, that match of Test cricket happening at the end of the year. Get De Figueiredo in the mix here.
Definitely bowled really well as a left-arm spinner, Buxy, and showed a lot of promise. And you can see you can work with this. She's got the potential from a spin bowling point of view, and yeah, on the tiki she was.
And there we go, out into the leg side field, and just falling short of the fielder. Marks maybe just pulling the parachute on that one, but nonetheless, Jade de Figueiredo off the mark. The Dolphins now require 3 runs off the final 6 balls. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies just coming together in the middle of the crease and looking up at the scoreboard. They'll be aware of the situation of the game. They don't want to leave it too deep. If they're going to make the play, it's got to come now at the start of the over, and they've got to look to kill it here. Anything can happen on those last 2 balls, and they don't want to take it that deep, Christo.
Yeah, Buxy, the first 2 deliveries is crucial. First 2, 3. That last over only went for 2 runs. Can you believe it? 2 wickets from Klaas. Excellent. Showing her class in terms of quality. And so interesting, the Titans, the Fidelity Titans have gone to spin. But it's the first 3 deliveries. So they've really got to go now, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. The first 3 deliveries will determine everything here.
We've seen a bit of spin from Rudolph. We've got a really tight offside field. Mid-wicket is really tight. They've kept the mid on and the mid-off up with just 1 fielder out on the boundary, that being the cow corner. De Figueiredo gives herself that room across to the offside to target, but she's targeting the long boundary.
There is an option over the covers, Buxy, if there's a bit of width on offer. I hope she's mindful of that. And there's the game, and De Figueiredo punches the air, Buxy. Celebration for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies team. I've got to give it to them. Their fielding was exceptional. Their bowling was top. They've shown glimpses of quality batting. Shangase in particular, Khan, Candler. But to finish it off, Jade de Figueiredo finishes it off in style. What a spectacle it has been. What a wonderful just morning of cricket for the women's game. And hats off to both teams. Excellent stuff from both of them.
There we see that finish once again. Jade de Figueiredo shuffling across to the offside, opening up the leg side, slapping that ball over the top for 4 and the winning runs. There we see the Hollywoodbets Dolphins ladies coming together, hugs all around, hugs and handshakes, fist pumps, just words of encouragement, just excitement. Good to see the respect between the 2 teams as well, as we see the coaching staff shake hands. The players will now come together and shake hands. Just what a competition this has been. Absolutely phenomenal. And just to think it's only the beginning, Christo. Still loads more cricket to play.
Yeah, Buxy, you're quite right. This has set the benchmark for those matches that are still to come in this competition. But you need to have a look out for these two teams. The Fidelity Titans women's team showed real quality, as well as the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women's team. An amazing display of cricket from the women's team we've seen this morning. May this competition and the other teams also live up to the standard.
100% Christo, just what a fantastic spectacle, as you say, and just the vibe at the stadium, the support, the people that have come out. We look at those kids on the grass embankment, just enjoying the music and enjoying the cricket, enjoying each other's company. Just what a fantastic day of it. That's not the end. As the ladies leave the field, we've got the men that'll be coming out shortly. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins men against the Titans men, and wow, if this has set the stage for what's to come, that's going to be an absolute cracker of a game this afternoon.
Absolutely, Buxy, so right. And as the Dolphins ladies applaud the girls and the boys that have come out to support them, what a wonderful gesture from them, just to acknowledge those people that have come out, Buxy. But I think you're right. Thank you for joining us this morning, ladies and gents. It's been awesome being with you, spending this morning with you. From myself and Zane Bucks, Hoza Nawe. Catch you next time. All the best.
Presentation,